Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light your street up like it's Christmas. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. My nigga never leave a mission unfinished. Record still spotless, little nigga unblemished. You can feel the tension change every time they mention me. That's on game, run his name, it's too squeaky clinky history. Put him out his brains and his misery. Seriously, here he switching teams, wipe his memory. Instantly, on replay, I see it vividly. In the streets, they bumping your guns, now you looking weak. Got in his face for the fade and he couldn't speak, cooking he. Heard his own mama couldn't look at him. Left him on his knees, facing east like a Muslim. Destroy a nigga temple, break it down like Jerusalem. I'm finna have the streets on key and a padlock. And I got a lawyer like Madlock. I can never fold, I'm no laptop. You ain't never in the game, you a mad guy. Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light up your street like it's Christmas. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. I swear to God, they ain't never seen this much sauce. Finna cut a rug like a bus off. Pray to God that my jam don't get cut off. I'ma do the dance in the trance, let me get off. I'm at the center of two ladies playing pickle. You can call me Malcolm, I'm the man in the middle. Catch me on stage pulling strings like a fiddle. Chevy chasing cheese like my name's Stuart Little. She like a rough, I push her brains in the pillow. Ask her if she rolling and she hand me the Rillo. So I'm twisting up this raspberry drizzle. And every single puff like a bag full of Skittles. And you gon' think they pulling chairs when I hit the flow. Right behind her pulling hair while she hit the dro. I got that 40 on my hip while she getting low. And I think she getting wet when she feel the cold. Sending shots with this chop, that's a dick pic. I can't mix with your block, I'm a misfit. Slide on my feet for a mission. Finna light your street up like it's Christmas. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. In a Shark Tank, talking big shit. Even out my pond, I'm a big fish. Just know that everything behind me soon to pass away. Ballin' on our own island, no castaway. I was trying to learn the craft, I can't masquerade. Every time we make magic, it gotta have the cake. They say the flowers in May, spring from the showers in April. Burning sage by the pound, all over Christmas is labeled. Try to line your agree, with meditation you able. And you might get a read, tarot cards on the table. And she better have her altar in her living room. Rarely ever lighting candles cause she in the mood. Not to mention love spells she was sending through. Tip a petition too old soon if you feeling blue. It feels strange to find a guide on a voyage. No, you ain't the same, I can feel it in your aura. Came on point like the horns of a Taurus. Say you won't change, better take that thing to oil. Have to think the constellations for the day they made you. Shit, ever since a minor I've been playing major. Call me Private Ryan, I was trying to save you. See the stars is all the line and they designing greatness. So I be racing when we only chasing soul ties. You finna be the centerpiece of my soul tribe. No twin flame soulmates from an old life. So I'm thinking Mauricia and you know why.
That girl mine, that girl mine. You don't wanna feel a black girl, right? You don't wanna make a black girl mine. But they always want with the black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say how it happened, this black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I say how it happened, this black girl. And she gotta have a altar in the living room. Really living like candles cause she ate a fool. Not to mention love spell she was sending through. Tell petition to her soon if you feeling blue.
They said
Power to the dark side. Power to the dark side family. Definitely got to give a special praise to the most beautiful goddess of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, Stemia, whose image is the most beautiful Whoopi Goldberg. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate you. Definitely shout out to Astro. Definitely shout out to West Side Rider. CB420 in the building. Miss Whitty in the building. Shout out to Shay Love in the building. Indigenous 50. Appreciate y'all. Definitely. Man. Oh my God. Did we just get a treat tonight for real? Like that? And you know what? It's crazy because when I heard the title of this debate, I instantly thought, like, damn. I think everybody from the like when I first heard the matchup, and shout out to KOT, I was assuming I was end up seeing Yanga. That's what I had assumed. And when I heard the title, I was like, oh shit, shoot. Sorry. I was like, oh shoot, you know, this is gonna be interesting because I know KOT. I'm like, if there's one thing KOT can definitely do is he can run the same play over and over. Like KOT not gonna play. You know what I'm saying? If he see that, hey, you can't stop the run, or maybe you're deep going running towards the left side or something like that. KOT is like Alabama. They just gonna run. Remember, like I think it was like 2008. They just kept running left behind the Twins. He just gonna keep running the ball left and force you to stop him for 4 plays. Like, and that's to me what I seen tonight. I seen KOT say, you know what? I'm running straight up the middle, and I'm 4 straight downs. You got 4 downs to stop me, and I'm running it. I promise you, I'm running it. So, you know, shout out to I. My fault. But for the post debate, I gotta keep it just with the debaters and the judges and stuff, just to kind of keep it, a little bit chill. No offense to you, but I let it kind of go left for a couple of days. Yeah, but anyway, so I like this was crazy, like to me, because one thing I noticed, like I said, KOT made a conscious decision. He was just gonna continue to run the same play over and over again. And so, like I said, when I heard the argument, to me, whether KO, like I already knew that it was gonna be like it. To me, you could prove either side, but to me, I felt like there was an advantage for KOT with proving that Martin Luther King and the Black Panthers wanted the same thing, right? And so, and it was crazy because me and Black Son actually had this discussion on where it would happen, and it would have to be with the equity discussion, right? And so, where it got dangerous, like for me, was like, okay, so KOT's opening round, right, is strong. His premise round, right, immediately deals with the equity immediately. So I'm looking, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be interesting right here. Shout out to KOT. I mean, my fault. We got Yanga in the building. Shout out to Yanga. Appreciate you in the building, guys.
Appreciate you having
Definitely.
me. Peace.
Man, the floor is yours, bro. Go ahead, man. You
Hey,
in
man,
the building, man. You gave us the show.
yo, man, shouts out to KOT who came with his thing. That's basically all I could say. Like I said, we flying blind. He and I didn't exchange premises, so it was just a matter of where we could go. I was guessing. The biggest thing I could think about was equality. I would do the equality, equity, hands down. I'm just gonna have to say, I make an excuse, man can't do this shit. And like I was saying on my channel, when I found myself laughing at his presentation, I said, I'm in some damn trouble. When that shit was that funny to me. I said I'm in trouble. But you know, only thing I can tell him is congratulations. You better watch my ass season 5, man. I'm not convinced. Like I said, it was so close. I'm really not that convinced. But just watch out for me in season 5. What you gonna do, Blue? You gonna face him? You thought of a title, a topic?
Hold on. Is that me? Is this me? Although I think you might be. Okay, yeah, it is you. Okay, Juju just said it. Yeah, your mic is kind of messed up, son. You was in super
Oh,
super
okay.
speed. Okay, there you go, right there. Go ahead, you got
Okay.
it.
Can you hear me clearly? How was
Yeah,
that?
definitely.
Okay. Thank you, Juju. No, I was saying that my man just came and did his thing. Can you hear me now? I don't know if you can hear me. How about now? Can you hear me?
Nah.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there you go.
Nah.
Maybe
Damn.
I just need to stay I can hear you now. Maybe I need to stay unmuted. It seems like when I'm unmuted.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Like yeah. You should be good now that I'm on.
Shout out to the commit.
Commish. Commish.
Definitely.
You got it? Can you guys hear me still?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I don't even.
Yeah. We can hear you.
I can hear you. Okay. Yeah, man. No, I was just saying, my man just did his thizzle. At the
Right,
end of the
right.
day, he just did his thizzle. Um, I will say, like I said before, I will say, and this is not, and I don't want to say this because I don't want to take away from a hard fought victory for KOT. I wasn't as prepared as I usually am. I would have liked to have been a little more prepared, but it still doesn't take away from just great presentation, some good solid work. I feel like had I been a little bit prepared, I think I'd have gave him a little more run for his money. I seen some holes in it, but it is what it
Yeah,
is, man.
yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, definitely. Oh shit, we got let me see. Let me get I might have hold on, I'm trying to get you in, KOT. I'm driving in. Did I mute you?
Shalom.
There we go. There we go.
Peace and
Alright, what's
blessings,
good?
family.
What's good?
What's good, man? Congratulations.
Thank you. Peace, brother Yang. You did a great job tonight.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I thought so. To me, like I thought KOT dealt with the equity better in his premise than he necessarily did in the rapid fire round. And
Mm-hmm.
that's to me why I was like, shit, I'm on the fence. Because when you so like and to me it could have been like I think uh Asar pointed out some things that could have been easier on your side that you could have brought out that King said. I thought KOT also missed some opportunities on some arguments that King said with the when it comes down to the equity. Like also him mentioning that I think he also mentions that when they talk about us pulling ourselves up by our own bootstraps. You know what I'm saying? He was like, but we don't have any boots. And then I thought I would have liked to have seen KOT also. I think he could have went back a little bit more in the rapid fire and in his rebuttal round just to the beginning of his premise. Like when he brought out the poor people's marks, that's your equity right there immediately. Like I was like, damn. I was like really blown. So I
Yeah,
definitely
I thought he was gonna.
I was on the
That,
fence with it.
that was one of the things in,
Mm-hmm.
in in preparing and my people preparing me for. We thought about quite possibly he would go with was the poor people's campaign. I think where he got,
Right.
I'm gonna tell you where he really just crushed was just the comparative studies, and I'm gonna give him that.
Right.
Had
That
we
damn
both,
10 point system.
that's all it would, man. And that can, and KOT, with all due respect, that could be argued. I think I could have presented a better argument had I given him my premise and I received his. You know, we could have done something, but it's not to take away from any of his work, man. I think my man just came in, he was prepared, he did his damn thing, you know.
Yeah.
So
And that
that's
rapid
where we
fire,
were,
man. God
man.
damn.
Yeah.
He was hey, you had you even had to say, you said he usually just pimping shit. Hey, he came, bro.
Man,
He came in with some cleats
KOT
on.
was,
He had his shoulder
man,
pad.
what happened to Flipmode? I was like, damn, listen, everybody telling me to chill the hell out. He was going in. I was like, sit your ass down, boy.
AOT said, hell nah, not again.
Not again, man.
Yeah. I thought the brother Yanga was gonna come and like bring all the factors like the 10-point diagram they stood on. I thought they was gonna get details showing they ain't really fighting for the same thing. They just
Yeah, nah,
like
man.
that.
Nah, you can listen. And not making excuses. You just did a hell of a job. I had a lot going on, and in my not preparing for a very worthy advocate, man, for somebody that I should have known, I should have prepared better. I got that ass spanked, and this is what happens for lack of preparation. It's the playoffs, baby. Ain't nobody fucking around with me or anyone. So yeah, man.
Yeah, I knew I had to prepare for you. See, I knew since the last debate. I said I have to prepare.
If I'm gonna wear a loss, I appreciate you coming like that. You ain't come with no bullshit. You better bring your top. I said that too, boy. You better come for blood. So I can appreciate. I lost to a hell of a presentation, man. I ain't sad at all, man. KOT brought his shit. Yo, what'd you think? What'd you think, Blue? You up next, right?
Like real life. That's why I said I like, to me, like I understood immediately. Number one, I understood Jazz. To me, when I heard like Jasmine's point, to me, I heard his premise. She felt like he dealt with your argument in his premise, and you know what I'm saying. And I was thinking that, and that's why I said, to me, I could have seen it. If they would have said Jew, I could have seen that. But I definitely did. I thought, like, it was two things I was saying in order for me to say that this is definitely, I got to go with KOT, and he did it. He actually, not only did he in his premise, he dealt with the equity, but then he started to say the word equity, and I was like, okay, now we getting, you know what I'm saying? Now this is where it gets interesting at. Because that's one thing, because like I said with the title, where I knew it was dangerous, because though they're like, you could say Martin Luther King was a capitalist, but then, and this was something I don't think KOT really touched on, it's the fact that like at one point in time, though, he also goes into the fact that what we have is what he said, that we have socialism for the rich, and what we get is capitalism for the poor, right? And so you see a shift in that dynamic. You see a shift in even the mindset of him going from equality, and then where he starts talking about, well, we did all of this to get on the bus, but what good is it if we don't have a place to sit at on the bus? You know what I'm saying? Then right there, he's starting to like develop into the equity discussion, and then he fully develops into the poor people's march. So that's why I say it like you can see him shift from like the capitalism, hard conservative, like in his mindset, and then to integrationalist, and then just equality. Then he starts to realize, and you can see him take that shift. And so I thought, like, as great, and like I said, KOT to me did enough. I thought though too, man, that's where it was dangerous. He could have, it was some like quotes. He could have used some words from Martin Luther King, I think, to deal. I think the capitalism argument that you raised, I thought that was some trouble. And I thought KOT, I thought he dealt with the equity, and I thought that could be enough for it. I thought where the judges might go with you at is on when you went the capitalism, because I don't think KOT used. I think he could have used some of Martin Luther King's words to his advantage to deal with the capitalism. Shout
Yeah,
out to everybody in the building. Let me shut up.
I spoke a little bit about it, but that was my very next slide
Yeah.
when he said time. It was my capitalism slide when King was going against the evils of capitalism. But I was prepared for that argument too. But
Yeah.
Shout out.
Hey, shout out to the panel, man. What's good, Blue? Hey, they want me to slip.
Mhm.
They want me to fall. What you say in this song?
I'm gonna tell you where. I'm gonna tell you where. I'm gonna tell you where, like I said, where I really shout out, man. Shout out. I'm gonna tell you where I felt like it really where I lost it. Like I said, the strong point to me is when he came on with the comparative studies. And in when I seen that, I was like, shit, that is very good. Because I really wasn't dealing with Dr. King. I was trying to emphasize, I put a lot of emphasis on the difference between equity and equality. I didn't know exactly where he was going to come. So the only thing, like I said before, that I could think about was, well, he's going to say they were all fighting for equality. I better emphasize equity and emphasize some of the tools they use to push and promote equity. Hey, man, I think it would have been a little more interesting for him. But it's going to be good to see what other tricks he has coming out of his bag. I can't wait to see this playoff shit. Wow.
Yeah, man. I think it was just too many, little years against your one big no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen both of the arguments, and I said whoever say the right points and ask the right questions is gonna win this. And I just think the flurry of the small yeses just was too much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, but you got to understand this. So, yeah, man. So congratulations, KLT, man.
For sure. Peace to the panel. Peace to the men.
Judge Jasmine, peace.
Let me do my best. Let me do my best, Martin Luther King. Let me do my best, Martin Luther King. We were all trying to fight for the same thing. But like me and Yanga was discussing before, it was the that comparative technique. That is a technique. And when you go with that, man, that technique right there is, whoo, Lord have mercy. It's almost like when two powerful singers get into a room and, one uses the contralto technique and then the other one uses the mezzo technique. Well, this is what happened this evening, and KOT surprised everybody and went with that contralto technique and blew us all away. But you did, though, have a wonderful and equally beautiful argument, as a negative, because that's not easy to do. Again, that's not easy to do. And I think you did a wonderful job this evening with your information as well, because that's viable information.
All right. Yeah. I want to give a shout out to once again both debaters for a very powerful debate, and this is how I anticipated the playoffs to be very competitive and very entertaining at that. I love the rapid fire round. That was like I mean, I know everybody say that's the best part of the debates, but this rapid fire round was truly entertaining. You know what I mean? So KOT moves on to Face Blue. Did y'all have any topics that y'all wanted to get out there?
I'm gonna let Blue come up with something real. I mean, whatever he's thinking on his mind, I might go with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we might do something. Okay, baby, it's okay. It's just a while. Yeah, we gonna.
All right. So I'm looking forward. I got to do some calling now since we got most of the debates out the way. We got waiting for the Domo and waiting for the Domo and Madonna debate, and we waiting for the scheme and true justice debate. So and that would determine who's going to debate who, because they facing each other, whoever wins. So with that being said, I'm going to hop off, and the judges is going to hop off, and we're going to allow y'all to actually get into what y'all going to get into. All right. So me and Jasmine going to fall back and allow y'all to do y'all thing. All right. Peace.
Good night, you guys. Peace now.
Peace to Judge Jasmine.
Peace, definitely appreciate it.
They want me to slip. They want me to fall. That's what you be saying?
Oh yeah.
Domo, we waiting on you.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I definitely be tempted up to that. But yeah, I just, man, that's, let me see. Okay, yeah, we got Yanga back. Okay, there we go.
I like
Yeah, that's it.
paradigm. Blue wanted to debate. I don't know if he's going to the Bible, politics, or what.
Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm heavily thinking about pulling you on into that Bible. Ain't you New Testament?
Yeah, I'm New Testament. Oh yeah, I'm whole Bible. Yeah, New Testament. Yeah.
Yeah, I might do something like that. Yeah. Well, whatever it is,
Trying to come to my house is what you're saying. He trying to come into my house. What you're saying?
Pull him on in. Blue. Man, you know, KLT, I got to root for Blue now since you beat me, right? You know I got to root for Blue, nigga. You know it's fuck you now, right?
Oh man.
This nigga got me, Domo. He got me out, man. God damn.
Hey, I think Domo had you edged, if I ain't mistaken.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Damn, man.
Twice in a row, if that's true.
Yo, great debate. Great debate. I'm gonna see all y'all get season 5, man. Ain't gonna be no mercy. I'm getting my feet wet. Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm getting my feet wet. Ain't gonna be no mercy.
Yeah, I think though this is, you know, and this is what's crazy is though, like despite how people may feel about it, like righteously though, KOT did exactly what he was supposed
to do. Absolutely.
Yeah, he done been here 3 or 4 seasons. He done seen this too many times.
And he slowed down talking.
Prepared. Yeah, he prepared.
I said, "Oh shit!" He almost started going a little bit. Like, that nigga slowed down. Now rebuttal, we kind of started getting busy a little bit.
Yeah, but that opening and that premise, I was like, "Ooh." And he was making sure.
Glad I'm not a judge.
I'm gonna be honest, shit. I gave him the opening, the premise. I was like, damn, that's pretty good there, you know. Yeah.
Man, I was like, why he keep complimenting this nigga, man?
Yeah. It was that good. I already
why
knew
he keep complimenting? He's like, man, that was good, man. I was like, then he just like, but it was a bunch of buffoonery. I was like, but that's what you should have let out with. Yeah.
I'm telling you though, that last time you kind of caught KOT off guard that first time.
He dropped off again. He might be in the back. I don't know, but he dropped off. How you feel, KOT? How I feel, man?
Oh, I feel good, but yeah, I remember that last debate. You know, I had to come prepared for it. I said, okay, I ain't slipping up this time.
So you ain't had your mouthpiece in last time. This time you said, hold on. Get my helmet.
Man, you know everybody thought you was gonna lose, right?
You know they want me to fall, but you know.
Yeah, everybody had you lose until they heard that title. Then it was like it was kind of wide open. It was like it was up to Yanga to corner you to segregation. You. Yeah, I want to call you slick almost, but I don't want to. I don't want to jump the gun, but I want to call you slick, bro.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy, Swab, too? Remember that shit you put, and we kind of gave him a heads up, though. He's good. And the title was crazy. Listen, guys, my stuff keep falling off. Maybe that's a sign for my ancestors to take my ass to bed. Again, KOT, man, congratulations, dude. I'm gonna be watching debates. I'm looking forward to see you in blue. Wow, keep your eyes open for these Negroes, man. And
Man, I gotta go. I'm on
Brother
it.
Yang,
Man, I appreciate the strength to you.
hey, man, peace, man.
Yeah. Appreciate you, God.
No problem, God. We'll talk in the flip, man. Peace to the gods.
All good.
Yeah,
All good.
peace, brother.
go live more. The
Yeah, that was
KLT. Yeah, that title, man. I think everybody heard that title, man. I heard people saying,
I
yeah,
was like, after
ooh.
I heard the title on the phone, I was like, we were just throwing out stuff. I threw out a different title, but he took that title. I'm like, he taking this
that was
title.
his title.
Well, I threw out
Nah, that
just
was
dry stuff.
KOT.
Yeah, I just threw out stuff, and I was like, he actually taking this one. I didn't think he would, because I had a different title for him to take, but he took that title.
Yeah,
I
man.
just
He
came
gonna
up with that
defend that
off the top
Black
of my head.
Panther not being aligned with
Yeah,
Martin Luther King.
and he do it like you said. He do the Bible man. That's what he do.
Want me to slip, they want me to fall. Damn, boy. You in there now, man. You in blue, man. He gonna take you to that Bible, stem your verse Yahweh, my nigga. You know what time it is.
Ah, I don't know that blue stepping on dangerous grounds. He want to go in that Bible. Well, that's what I want him to do.
Uh-huh.
Hope he
Yeah.
keep that. I hope he want to still. After I said that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm definitely been thinking hard about it.
Y'all like
Yeah, I
polar
know.
opposites.
Yeah, I remember one time you said Joshua was the angel, and I forgot what it was, Deuteronomy or something. I remember that too.
Oh shit.
But yeah, man, you want to go in my wheelhouse? I mean, that's where you come on.
Hey, can
I'm
y'all niggas
at,
hear me?
Yup. Loud and clear.
Yeah, man. This was a good ass debate. I fucked with it. Uh, I did edge, like that's why I said edge Yanga. You feel me? But that's because I would say, from my perspective, I think that the argument, that like the ideological argument, is significant. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like we can look at historically instances where you see Dr. King distancing himself from the Black Power movement, and we actually see the Black Power movement gaining its strength during the waning days of the Civil Rights movement. So like there was like a clear transition from, okay, Dr. King and them, like a clear transition from Dr. King to Stokely Carmichael. You know what I'm saying? From we shall overcome to Black Power, right? And even though they had common goals, ideologically they were fundamentally different. You feel me? And so uh I thought that argument was, I thought he made that argument well enough. But at the same time, the reason why I had a feeling KOT was gonna win this debate. I thought it was gonna be 2-1. But I had a feeling he was gonna win the debate because it's really hard to, if you're not sitting on that ideological institutional question like throughout the whole debate, then it's hard to convince the judges that y'all talking about something different. You feel me? Like Yanga's premise shouldn't, didn't need to be a historical analysis. Yanga's premise should have been an ideological analysis where we, the same way KOT was like, look, they like this, and then they fuck with this, they fuck with this, and they fuck with this. Yanga should have been like, ideologically, the Panthers are anti-institution. Dr. King is for institutions, right? That's where and then that's where you able to get your integration impacts, because literally, like he was making the point that the Panthers were about undermining the current institutions' control over Black communities. He was making that point, but I don't think he stressed enough how that was fundamentally different from Dr. King's approach, which was, when we talk about integration, which was about being included. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, even like the reason why they able to use the "I Have a Dream" speech is because it's centered around so much of little Black girls and little Black boys and little white girls and little white boys. That's why they able to have that conversation. You know what I mean? So
one, like you have a huge difference in, are they fighting for the same thing? Well, they fighting to undermine the system. Dr. King is fighting to be able to benefit from the system. That's a clear example of no, they're not fighting for the same thing. Even though we can say both of those things are for the benefit of black people, Dr. King doing it for the benefit of black people, the Panthers are doing it for the benefit of black people, but what they're fighting for to benefit black people are fundamentally different. And Yanga needed to spend more time on that portion of the conversation, like breaking down the history and you know what I'm saying? Like those types of things only work in the advantage of KOT because there's the narrative is they were both fighting for black people. And the only way that you overcome that being like the answer to the debate is by saying that it's the bigger question of the debate is how they fought. So when we say what they were fighting for, we're okay, if we're fighting for example, one thing that he was talking about was Yanga was bringing up was we're fighting for autonomy, right? Dr. King's you have to show how Dr. King's approach undermines autonomy, right? Like so if we using Dr. King's philosophy, that gets in the way of us being autonomous. So we can't be fighting for the same thing, right? Even though we saying we're fighting for the same people, but the thing is fundamentally different. We don't want to be included. We don't want to be a part of it, like the overall conversation. You know what I mean? He don't, and I feel like if he would have waxed poetic in that direction, it probably would have been more persuasive for the judges. But the one thing I know about SVDL is because the judges specifically are like, I don't want to overinterpret what you're doing. So we going based off the topic. We going based off the title. And if the title say they fighting for the same thing, if somebody tells me, well, they were both fighting for black people, that sounds like the same thing to me. You know what I mean? So that's an uphill battle. And I appreciated the nuance that Yanga introduced, but I could definitely see how it wasn't persuasive enough to overcome like how like the attachment to the topic being about fighting for black people.
Yeah, I thought though the main to me it was like two places mainly where they was like just based on Yanga's argument, and it was the equity and the capitalism.
Oh,
And
and real quick, Blue, real quick, the equity that
yeah,
muddled the conversation. Y'all like, cause I didn't know if he saw my debate with what's his name with Akmalak
I yeah,
because
yeah, but
we
I
literally had to. But you got to understand, you have to dedicate time to creating that distinction. When
right,
the debate ain't about that distinction, you don't have enough time to be able to parse through that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like
right.
that really worked to his disadvantage because if you not kind of going through like even like that distinction of well the result being equality, equity still is about how do we go about that. So you got to connect the question of how we go about it to destroying the institution. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't do that. He just kind of said they were fighting for equity, and because that's such a nuanced topic in and of itself, introducing that part kind of it set them back because like in worst like I think of arguments like this. What's the best thing that could happen if I win this argument? What's the worst thing that happen if I lose this argument? If you win the equity versus equality conversation, it doesn't necessarily win the debate because it's still other places where that
You
similarity
can
could
show that
exist.
they
Yeah,
yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? But if you lose the equity and equality conversation, you lose the debate because that's
yeah,
proof that
because
they
he
fighting for the
binged
same
it.
thing.
That and he binged it like kind of like to me that was dangerous. I was like, it was two things because okay, so KOT opening round, he does something. He stands on equality, but he alludes that he has a second part to his premise, but he doesn't mention equity, and so Yanga comes right out and goes, "Yo, this is gonna be the difference is Yanga is equality and equity." And then so I'm thinking, okay, this might be this is I already knew. I'm like, is KOT ready for this part?
And it was crazy because I mean, like literally his first like 4 or 5 slides was all equity. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh yeah, he ain't in trouble. He dealt with he went from like the poor people's march. He went to dang, bro, I can't even think of like the first few things you brought out, but all of it was dealing with equity. And I was like, now this is gonna be interesting.
But what work against Yanga as well though is that the Panthers don't use the language of equity. The Panthers use the
Right.
language of equality.
The
Even though
equality.
they talking about equity, the language that they use, they're using the language of equality. So it's like if the Panthers aren't saying we are specifically fighting for equity, even though we can kind of read that from their actions, again, that didn't work to Yankees' benefit. I mean, I feel like it worked against them because it gave, and even like with Asar being the judge, Asar specifically said like he feel a way about people using arguments that work to their opponent benefit, and I
Right.
and so if you bringing up the equity versus equality conversation, but not only can you see equity being a thing in Dr. King shit, but you also see the Panthers talking about equality, then that works to KOT's benefit without a doubt.
Yeah, I thought that was gonna be, it was gonna be tough. And I thought it was, and so even I think, and I think it was another part too. I wanted to see KOT challenge was the part when he was saying that they were a separatist group. I thought that was another place for KOT to kind of challenge that too.
Bro, also when this nigga when Yanga, and this is why I'm mad I wasn't able to catch him. That like you not back like again, let's go back to the question of ethos. You not about to get the ethos of the people by attempting to like find ways to or like even sounding like you undermining Dr. King's legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like that like
Right,
even
right,
just
right.
being like, yo, yeah, he was just a Baptist pastor. He ain't really it's like, you can't do that though. Yeah, because again, that's another fight. You know what I'm saying? That you're gonna have to win.
In the
That you
middle
may
of
be
yeah,
you may be picking a fight with the judges. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
right, right.
from an
No, that
ethos.
motherfucking Yankee said we already know Martin Luther King paid off some.
Yeah, yeah. When
It
he
was
got
a
when
bold ass
he was like
claim.
he
I
was
was like, what the
and then he didn't but he didn't provide none of that information. Now if he would have
fuck?
made it his argument in the premise, and he would have like kind of broke down how Dr. King was like a agent saboteur or whatever,
Right.
then it's like okay, that's a part of his argument. But that was just in the rebuttal with none of the like previous work to be done to utilize that. So if you gonna if that's gonna be a part of your argument, at least lay out the information in the premise so then you could use it in the rebuttal. But just saying it in the rebuttal, we looking for like okay, prove that shit, and it ain't really go no further than just saying it. So it's like, all right, well, that's I don't see how that works to your benefit. If anything, if somebody has a respect for Dr. King, it works to your disadvantage. So yeah, so if it's like if it ain't a core part of your argument, like ain't even no point in bringing that
That
shit
nigga
up.
flash.
Yeah, there ain't even no point in bringing that up. Like, and it's like I get it, right? And this is what I be trying to tell. Like, this how like it's important to kind of understand that like the niggas be in the same circles and be talking to
Um,
the same people, but people don't. When you come here with these judges, they don't care about the same shit. You feel me? Like, cause I know Yanga like that. Like his like the way that his circle, like they trash Dr. King like that. You feel me? Which is like they got the right to fucking do. Like, you know what I mean? He a public figure. So like handle your, you know what I mean, do what you will, but at the same time, it's like you gotta think about what position are you putting yourself in a debate, and do you like could you be working against the ethos of the judges when those are the people
Mm,
you want to feel you the most? You know what I mean? And Yanga's
yeah,
argument
yeah.
needed you to feel him to understand that yes, they were both fighting for black people, but no, they was not fighting for the same thing. Like being anti-establishment and being integration, and it's just and then it's like if you're gonna go the historical route, show the contention. Like Dr. King straight up said, y'all got to start giving me wins, or the radical blacks, the radical
Right.
black nationalists are going to start taking off. You know what I mean? And that alone means that Dr. King had a different relationship with speaking to the authorities than the Panthers did. Like he's
Do you,
literally asking for victories.
so
That's a whole
do
different
you think though
relationship.
they were separatists though? Like, well, I know like maybe in some of the, to me
Yeah, bro.
though,
Yeah, Black
I
Panthers
don't
was
think they
separate.
was really separatists.
Black fan. But
You think so?
I think black nationalism is inherently separatist. It's inherently separatist.
It
Cause
seems like
I
equity.
mean,
I can hear the equity, but it seems more we just want, you know, access to the same shit.
but that's what I'm saying. I think asking for access and then claiming self determination are two separate things. I feel like if you're asking for access, you're asking for integration. Because
You so do
that
you think
access
that they
comes with
was like asked? That's what I mean, like with like the Black Panthers though. So you because it seemed like in more ways, like it was like a point that like Yanga made, like that they wanted our communities, you know, to be basically like self-sufficient, basically.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. But I
that's
think
not
for
really
black people,
separatist.
I think for black nationalists, um, autonomy is separatism.
Right.
But like if you're a black nationalist, what it would mean to be autonomous would be to not have to rely on the system of white supremacy at all for
See
like to
that
maintain.
there, I don't. I hear them saying that, but then the stuff it don't. I don't. It don't seem like that's what they be going for. It seemed like they just be asking for like we just really want control over black community. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Not necessarily.
but that's the thing though. Like when we talking about control, like I also mean control over resources. Yeah, I mean, but the issue though is that, and this is why the Black Panthers were socialists, is that uh being in control of our own community being also means being in control of our own resources. And when you're dealing with private institutions that dictate control to water, to gas, to all that type of shit, then that goes against the doctrine of how the community wants to operate. Because I mean, even if we like, let's say we police our own community and we running our own businesses, if we still on the national grid, for example, are we relying on, you know what I'm saying, national oil? Are we relying on, you know what I mean? Then it's like we not necessarily self sufficient because all the resources that we require, we still have to reach out in order to get those.
Right.
So that's why that shit is it's inherently separatist. I mean, but I think there is a I think the way that Malcolm X kind of broke down what black nationalism was kind of leaves room to negotiate within these spaces though. Like because when he talk
Right.
about
The
like the political,
voting.
yeah, like when he say like the political
Right.
philosophy and is in economic philosophy is black people controlling the economy of their community and the politics of their community. It's like that leaves room to be able to negotiate with, well, to say that I guess you would say the separatist aspect is on the far end. They're not mutually exclusive. Um, but it doesn't fully encompass all of black nationalism though. I guess we would say that. I guess I'll say that.
KOT versus Blue.
Peace, y'all. Power to the dark side. What up?
What up,
What's up,
Blue?
Skay?
Shit, I can't call it.
Peace to the brothers. Game.
Peace.
That
Madonna
mother made a
died
lot of
this
good
Con-
key
weekend though.
points.
Hey, good shit, KOT. Congrats. You
Oh no,
smoke.
Shout
like
out to you.
when niggas said KOT did what he did enough to win, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Uh,
Yeah, that's why I said I was split. It was enough to like when Jasmine made her decision. I knew I was like I knew why. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. I was like, yep. He was clear, man. That 10-point process.
him showing
Even
the equity in the
even when it
beginning.
uses the language of equality, that's what it's like.
Yeah,
Because the thing about equity is that even equity is about producing a equal outcome. You know what I
Man,
mean?
right.
But
Judges can't be on the panel.
You said
who on the
who?
panel?
Nah, they saying drop the link for Judge Jared.
Oh,
Uh, but I thought Judge can be on that. But yeah, if Yanga was more prepared, KLT, you know you was gone, right? If y'all
Hey,
the changed
he was
premises,
structured
y'all you would
similar
have
to
been
what Dumo
gone.
saying,
You said what?
preparation matters.
Yeah.
Say preparation matters. I hope you prepared when I come for you.
Oh,
Man, what you gonna debate me on?
Talk to that nigga. Talk to that nigga.
What you gonna debate me on? Is Joshua the
Feminism.
Prince? Nigga. What you what you what you think
I'm
you gonna
saying,
debate me
bro.
on that you gonna
Nah,
do
this
me up out
this
of here,
nigga
man?
Suave over here cheesing and shit, nigga. You better be prepared for this
What city
pyramid
you
Earth,
in,
nigga.
bro?
Oh my
Fuck you
Hold on,
life,
hold
talking
on.
about?
nigga.
Who you debate
Fuck you
first,
talking
Swat?
about?
Hold on,
Oh
nah,
my
Swat.
he
I gotta
not
go
life.
through.
debating that.
This
Lance
is
I
not.
this a
know.
this a grudge match, nigga. What the fuck
Lance
Oh
you
not
my
mean?
life.
debating that.
Man,
This
Lance
a
ain't got no choice.
Lance not debating that, man.
Lance wicked as hell,
Lance been
bro. Them
talking shit about
topics.
that shit, man. So much about this
man.
better.
Lance been talking shit about Pyramid Earth for 2 years. He
Nah,
better
y'all
take
didn't
that
hear it.
shit.
Y'all heard what he said.
Nah, I ain't hear
Well,
what he
who
said. What he
said?
say?
Oh yeah, he said he said Blue. What you think I should debate? So I said who you think gonna win versus me and Swab? And Blue didn't say nothing. Then he said Scheme. Who you think gonna win? I said what y'all debating?
Why you ain't just start off at
Hold on,
who he
cause
asked you?
it's context matters. Cause he asked Blue.
He said
Blue
that
didn't.
did nothing happen. So then he asked me. All
So then
right,
he
okay,
asked
we caught up.
me. So then he asked me because he didn't ask me first because me and Eric we was kind of getting on him. So
That's
then
important.
so then I said I don't know what's the topic? I thought I didn't want to say flat Earth. I mean pyramid Earth. I said what's the topic? Because I know he's gonna change it. He said I don't know.
Hell nah.
Exactly. He said I don't know.
He knows.
He said he don't know.
He knows.
No.
Nobody else want to know, but he knows. I mean, shit, it's good advice, but you know, he just been talking too much shit about that pyramid. He can't abandon the pyramid of Earth. After that nigga said, nigga, this was prophecy. I
See that
told you.
that's on y'all.
I told you I was gonna see you in the playoffs and you was gonna have to debate this shit. I said, man, if you see me in the playoffs, man, I'll debate it, bro. Here it is.
That shit.
Wish me luck.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers bad at
Man,
that
I'm
pyramid,
thinking, bro.
Yeah.
KOT.
This nigga KLT slick
What
bastard.
y'all gonna debate, man? KLT talking real fresh,
Who did
man.
you say? Who did you say Gabriel was again?
Damn. Talk
Which one?
that
That debate I had
bullshit.
with Rio
Which one
Gabriel.
was that? Yeah, you were saying he was the Holy Spirit.
Nah, it's multiple Holy Spirits.
Oh, wait, it's multiple Holy Spirits.
Niggas gonna go home on
Yep.
the Holy Spirit debate.
That would sound.
That shit gonna be crazy.
Hold on, you just
My bad.
when you say multiple. Okay, so hold on. Nah, I'm saying it's only one Holy Spirit.
Quiet. We to go
I
do
already
something.
said it's multiple. I already said multiple. I mean, what you want me to rechange it?
Uh-oh.
They said what you want me to change it?
So you saying multiple?
Yep. And you said one. That's direct conflict.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we might just have something right here. I think we might have some more than one Holy Spirit. Huh. Do you got any names for these Holy Spirits?
Nope. Hey, nope.
Mm.
You may get him in the debate, man. You get him in the debate.
Is an angel a Holy Spirit?
Hey, look at he want to get in deep. Now look. Yeah. An angel is a
Mm.
Holy Spirit. So you got to change the topic now.
Nah, I think I might still take you on that one. Mm.
Are angels Holy Spirits or men?
Ooh.
You
Nah,
believe in ghosts?
I'm just gonna take it's only one Holy Spirit, but I think as far as I wanted to see a little bit of where he was coming from. Yeah, I'm taking no angels as no Holy Spirits. Nah.
Black church it is. Yeah, T got to the crib. Hey, hoping he slept. Hoping he fall.
Yeah, I think we might have one KOT
Skin, you
in.
ready? What's up, Skin?
It didn't
Yeah,
take us long.
this shit about be
You
easy.
and True Justice exchanging premises?
Nah, bro. I don't care about none of that shit. This nigga easy.
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know how that shit go.
mm.
Does the multiverse exist?
Nah.
Like,
He
what if that
rolling.
nigga disappear live on camera?
You said what if True Justice?
Yeah.
I'm
That's
gonna
popping to another universe.
sit back and spark up my wood, start cheesing.
KOT.
So what you and Domo gonna debate?
Shit. Debate me about that Christianity or something.
Christianity.
Yeah, debate me about the Bible.
That nigga don't give a fuck about enough of himself.
He trying to make it. Who else always trying to get him into the Bible? Somebody else. They was Rob used to always try to make him defeat.
Yeah, that's a political decision.
Not Lex. Lex, we gonna be about that.
Yeah, debate me said about the Bible.
You want to debate about that Bible, bad as
Yeah, it could be a teacher moment.
yeah, nah. Should
He
black
could
I'm gonna
he
tell
could
you
he
something.
could
people believe in the Bible? Should black people practice Christianity? What you want to
no,
debate?
no, nothing like that. Something where you could bring out some good information.
Or you want him to prove the accuracy and truthfulness of the Bible?
Nah, he don't gotta do that. We could get in the mix of something like how there's like a misunderstanding with the scriptures. We have two different understandings and we debate upon it. We don't have to. It doesn't have to be that if he doesn't want it to be. I know he doesn't. That's terrible, But
You an
yeah,
atheist?
no, I'm agnostic.
You prognostic?
Excuse me,
You said you prognostic?
agnostic.
Oh, eggnog sick.
Yeah,
You drunk some bad eggnog?
no, agnostic. God damn.
Agnostic.
That's what I. Yeah,
AGNOST.
yeah,
I thought you said eggnog sick.
yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, bro. Dumbo's going to debate me about the Bible, though. You know, he'll take it. You know what I'm saying? He not worried.
Man, hey,
That nigga
hey,
nasty.
KOT.
That down. KOT put Yanga out.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Who is
Swag got to make
Isaiah
it past
53
Lance.
talking about? I'm saying it's talking about Martin Luther King. It's the sucker conservative. Who you saying is the sucker conservative of Isaiah 53?
Hey, we can debate that. You want to debate that?
Let me know. I'm saying it's MLK. I just want to first know.
I'm gonna tell you who it's talking about. It's talking about Yahweh and it's talking about Israel. It's a singular and a plural meaning, but it's talking about Yahweh in the singular. And it's
Oh,
talking about
nah.
Yasharala in the plural.
Nah, I ain't fucking with you. I don't have a good one. That's a good answer. That's close to an old. That's almost a tour only answer, man. You on the line right there with that one.
What happened with that first topic? You ain't like it?
Nah, I like it. I'm just thinking about some other stuff just in case.
Oh, okay, okay.
I like that though. That is there more than one Holy Spirit.
Is Joshua the
I,
angel? What it was Deuteronomy used to say? You change your answer on that one.
is
The one that won't
no,
forgive you for your sins and all that. Remember that?
the one that was gonna lead them into the land of Canaan.
The one you said you
Yeah,
brought up the
What
scripture.
the fuck?
It say
yeah,
he
yeah. I
won't
know
forgive them
exactly
for
what
their
you're talking
sins and all.
Wait, what?
about. Yeah,
You ain't no
He
it's a
said that
blue.
was
verse
Joshua.
in
Bro, what is he saying to
I'm
Joshua?
just throwing out another topic. He's saying it's Joshua. Blue saying it's Joshua. I'm just throwing out
yeah, they
topic.
it's an angel. They it's referred to as an angel that's supposed to go before Israel. But the list of the things that he does is the same things that Joshua does. So I say that that angel is Joshua.
Okay.
And that's actually
Hey,
you got me thinking about that one. That's actually what I'm like,
See,
Blue,
Jesse
leave that
about to
nigga.
say a scheme.
Blue, leave
Home.
that
because
nigga alone, bro.
Nah, bro.
you saying that
Leave,
That
angel is
man, who the
Jesus,
fuck? I
right?
don't even know who you debating.
Blue, leave that shit. Blue, leave that shit alone, bro. Leave that shit alone.
That nigga Too Jesse finna put you in the sky, nigga.
Oh yeah, you debating land. She
I might have
she
to see
not
him on
doing
that Holy
pyramids.
Spirit, though.
Y'all niggas is. Hey, what's the point with niggas wanting to debate me on on
Yeah, I
on
don't know. What
Christianity?
that shit's weird.
That's just an easy win.
That shit weird as
No, it's
fuck.
not.
You can't misinterpret the Bible as good as he can.
I bet you I can.
Who is the suffering servant?
Shit, Martin Luther King. Shit.
Facts.
I
I'm
get
trying
that
to
game
tell you.
later.
I'm
Well,
trying
there
to
you go
tell you.
then.
I
But
There you
that
might
go.
nigga
get that.
Badai, but that nigga Badai was talking cash shit earlier.
On my life.
That nigga was talking cash shit, boy.
He
I'm
said
about
that Africa was called, what was it, the white man's cemetery or some shit. What'd he say?
yeah,
Wait,
yeah. No, he
what?
said the white man's graveyard. Yeah.
The white man's
I'm
graveyard.
like, how the fuck does that even prove the point
That
you trying to
proves that.
make, nigga? Like that proves nothing.
That nigga, that boy.
Then this nigga was
Cornbread.
talking
Man,
about the
That
that's
nigga
skin,
pseudo
conquistadors.
rapper.
cornbread.
Then the nigga was talking about the conquistadors, right? Like, and then the nigga gonna bring up Cortez. Like, bruh, Cortez? That ain't even the first conquistador to pull up in, like, you know what I'm saying, to show up in the quote unquote new land. Like, what the fuck is
Could
wrong with
you
this
beat
nigga?
you if y'all would switch premises?
No, because this is one of them historical debates where it's like, bro, that's just not fucking true. It's just not true. Historically, it's just not true.
Oh, he going home.
He done. Cause like, listen, it's gonna be as simple as this, right? Ethiopia, as I already described, means burnt faces in Greek, right? When we look at the term black, the etymology of the term is Germanic. You know what I'm saying? I think it's like considered like Proto-European, right? Like and it's spelled like black is spelled like BLAEC. Guess what it means?
What?
Burnt.
Uh,
Burnt. Toasted. Because but in both contexts, in the Greek and in the Germanic, both contexts is the reason why like the darkness is attributed to light or
The
heat.
sun. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Burning and shit.
So Ethiopia literally
Burnt
is
face.
so what
is
you
like
and Steam gonna debate?
scheme scheme. I don't know. I don't, like scheme really. He be on that. He be mostly on the dark side shit. So a lot of that shit I don't disagree with. Um, scheme, you a patriot?
Like a proud American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a proud American.
Okay, cool. I'm just
Nah,
going for
he
low
dark
hanging fruit.
side definitely.
Yeah, I'm just going for low hanging fruit right now,
Look,
man.
he did no. Let me
Nah,
say
but
this: he's this side of the dark side. Remember, it is two
got you,
sides.
got you, got you. Yeah, that's why I had to ask.
You a
That's why I had to
separatist?
ask.
Yeah.
You a separatist?
Separatists. That's not like political stances.
It's real life sense as well as it's political or
Yeah, I
not. Where
mean,
you feel like you like black people should separate from America.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice, but oh well.
uh,
You believe they
we'll
can?
figure something. I mean, let me not look
No
past
time
Don,
soon.
cause that nigga liable to. I don't know. He gonna try to pull some shit at his ass.
No, let's just not do nothing political. Let's keep it. Let,
Biblical.
nah, let's. We could do something historical. We could do something with some science. We could do
What
any
what do you
science field.
what do
Field
you
of
want to
science.
debate about history though? Because like the thing about like the thing about history or science is like I guess science is certain things that can
Yeah,
be debated.
science is cool.
Do you believe that race is genetic?
Race?
Yeah.
No.
All right. It's a test, bro. I'm just fucking.
I
I'm
believe
fucking.
race is genetic. Genetics ain't race, but race is definitely genetics.
If you make it to the championship, I'll kill you.
Straight
I'll
out the
kill you.
window.
Like you know, you ain't going nowhere. Race ain't genetic. Like race ain't built off of people
No,
genetic makeup.
we going
No,
off what people share the same markers and the S&Ps share the
race
same
ain't even built out.
S&Ps.
Race ain't even distinguished really off phenotype,
Yeah, that's just
No, not
uh,
phenotype.
fucking I don't even
Not
know.
but
phenotype.
that's
Made
what.
up
But
shit.
that would be the only thing that would make race matter is the fact that
No, it's a
that
blood.
there's
It's a bloodline.
bro. No, but bloodline is
Mm.
cultural, bro. That shit's not genetic.
Bloodline ain't genetic. You ain't gonna
No,
pull that on
Yeah,
me.
we
Read
only
it through
care
right.
about the polymorphisms.
no.
That
Like it's like
motherfucker.
I mean, bro, you got to think about it. It's like every like your blood ain't just one group, nigga. It's like
I ain't say that, but it's genetic. It got something to deal with genetics.
right,
And
but
genes.
when we
Yeah.
talk about bloodline, like you talking about like purity of race, purity of ain't no such thing as pure genes,
Nobody said purity.
bro. That's when you
Mix,
talk about
mix ain't
blood.
purity, but mix is still genetic.
But when you talk about bloodline, you're not talking about a mixture. When you talk
Yes,
about a
you are. You
blood,
talking about blood, pure, mixed,
no, no, no,
non,
no. No. The only thing
no.
that make a bloodline, the only thing what makes a bloodline unique is that it's singular, not
I
no
didn't say it
mixture.
made it unique. I just said that it don't have to be pure to be genetic.
Bro, that's it. That don't, bro. But that's the thing about when I say that's the only thing that makes the term bloodline significant. Ain't no such thing as bloodline without the idea of a uniqueness associated with one particular family.
No, it's not because people combine families. They mix bloodlines on purpose. So my bloodline be mixed
No,
one with
they
your
don't
bloodline.
mix bloodlines on purpose, bro.
They don't.
No, what happens
Why
is
would you say that?
because what happens is the idea is that they want to maintain a part like their
I
bloodline.
understand that
So
that
so
exists,
what
but
happened?
you're
So
acting like that's the only scenario. I understand that people use bloodline to keep it pure, but people also mix bloodlines purpose. That exists.
anybody that's talking about bloodlines ain't mixing it.
Anybody.
Anybody that's talking about
It's
bloodlines
a
aren't
bold
focused on
statement.
mixing
Very bold statement.
it.
Yeah, now
Yeah,
what you
ain't no
might see is a treaty. Like you might see two
an
families in order
alliance.
to have a yeah,
Yeah,
like
but the idea
and
is
so
that you
they
want to
might marry two
maintain
people off.
because what happens is, and this is where patriarchy come into play. What happens is
Uh-uh.
when we talk about like when you talk about maintaining a bloodline, like that means that a man, like right, men carry on a bloodline. Women can't carry on the bloodline because it's assumed that the male genetics take over and are more are more dominant, more pronounced. So that's why when we talk about even when you talk about bloodline, you talking specifically about males passing on their genes.
Yeah, no. That's an option. But all I said is that blood got something to do with genetics. Yeah. Blood got something to do with genetics.
Yeah, blood as a bodily fluid has something to do with genetics. Attaching attaching cultural
Word
significance
line.
to blood is where you start to get into the pseudo shit.
Pseudo shit.
Yeah.
Oh, pseudo. I
Like the
finna get into
pure
the
real
Bible
white,
anyway.
the pure right white race, shit
Yeah,
like
and
that.
exactly. That shit don't that shit don't mean nothing.
I'm telling you, it's all about S and
She don't
P.
mean that. All about S&Ps and
Yep.
polymorphin.
It's all about Sego nucleo
Bro,
motherfucking
once they
charge.
prove that you could
Mitochondria.
once they prove that you could be genetically closer to a white person than you could be to another black person, that shit became wholly insignificant.
That's what's up.
Well, genetically, that is. But culturally, it still maintains. I mean, just off the fact that we having this conversation, it's proof that culturally people still adopt that mindset when they have that conversation.
That's what's up. Race got something to do with genetics.
I mean, it don't surprise me that you like repeat like erroneous statements.
I mean, you made like
Like
four of them.
that's YouTube. You know what I'm
That was
saying?
just
That's
reminding
YouTube.
you what my
So
only point was. You know what I'm saying?
you didn't need to. Everything I said after you made that point was telling you that you didn't know what you was talking about. So the
Yeah,
fact
yeah,
that you
yeah. I
reminded me that
understand the
you're
point
making
of it.
that point, that shit don't like you ain't need to remind me. I knew you made that point. Everything I said is that the point that you was making was asinine.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why like you would need to remind me that you made an asinine point when it was
It was
already
for
responded.
multiple people. I
You
just
wanted to remind multiple people if you making an asinine comment.
no. You added the asinine part on.
No, I mean that's what it was. But so that's what I'm asking.
I mean, that was your opinion. It was asinine. I was just saying I wanted to remind
Nah,
multiple people of my
science proves
comment
that
that
your
you take it
comment is
asinine.
asinine.
How
Science
when
proves.
blood got something to do with genetics and race is built
Bro, you was
off
talking
of.
about bloodline. You can't even stick to what you said. You
I
specifically used the
said
phrase
blood. I said blood.
bloodline.
I said
You
blood. Period. Then I said bloodlines. I started with
right. So
race
we was
is
talking
built
about you
off
making a
genetics.
comment about bloodline.
Yeah,
And
race is built off
I
genetics.
said that the comment
Genetics
that
got
the
something to do with
statement of
blood.
bloodline, that's
Bloodlines
not genetics. I
determine race.
said bloodline ain't genetics.
Bloodlines determine race.
Wait a second.
Oh, that don't even make. See, that's what I'm saying. You just making more asinine statements. Like you just saying shit.
Bloodlines determine race.
And it's like, and then you frame like what's proven scientific fact as
Yeah.
my opinion.
No, you called it
But I'm
asinine.
saying,
That
yeah,
was your
like nigga,
opinion. Science didn't prove my
it's
sentence asinine.
infantile, bro. Like it's like
Science
dealing
didn't
with
prove my sentence
dealing with an infant,
asinine.
bro. Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. How?
Yes, it did. It proves it proves the entire conversation that you've been having, asinine.
How?
Well,
Do you know
I
how?
don't. I mean, I
Do you
let me.
what? So
Oh, go ahead.
You finna ask me a
genetics?
question?
What part of
I
genetics
said, how
determine
did
race?
science prove my sentence asinine? I had the
Because
question first.
the answer to the question of what part of of genetics determine race, the answer to that question proves that what you're saying is asinine. And so if you don't know the answer to that question, for you to first better understand it, do a
Race
little
is
bit of
built off
research.
genetics. If you from a
Do a
certain
little bit of
genetic
research,
family,
and
your
you'll
ass is
develop
a
a
certain
better
race.
understanding.
If you from a certain genetic group, your ass is a certain race.
A certain genetic group.
Yeah,
That's asinine scientifically, bro.
that's cool.
As a scientific statement, that's asinine.
I ain't no scientist.
I clearly,
Yeah.
clearly, shit. I think that was that's obvious. That's the point. That's why
You ain't
I
no
made the
scientist
statement.
either.
That's why I made the statement that what you were
Is you a
saying has been
scientist?
proven incorrect by
Is you a
science.
scientist? No. All right. Race is built off genetics.
Yeah, bro,
Genetics don't determine race,
you
but
keep saying dumb shit,
race.
and like you really pat yourself on the back for being dumb, bro.
I haven't patted
That
myself
shit
on the back.
baffles
That one.
me, dog. Like you
I
really
baffle
pat
you.
yourself on the back for being stupid, bro.
I
I
baffle
really
you.
don't get that. Yeah. It's very. I mean, it's an
Asinine.
enigma. It's an enigma.
Infantile.
It's an
It's an
enigma.
enigma. All right.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Wait, I
yeah.
thought we was.
I ain't
Wait,
even know. Like it just surprised me
who
that it's like
said?
that it's like really niggas that
The
move like
Bible
that.
Hold on,
said,
hold on, hold on. What did you say about blood though? I thought we was caught up on the blood thing. You said race come from blood. What did you say about the blood aspect?
no, I said race. I said race is built off genetics.
No,
Genetics don't
what's
determine
the
race.
blood thing? What are you saying about blood?
I said that I forgot the initial statement, but basically, race has something. I mean, blood has something to do with genetics, and certain blood. If you got certain blood, your ass considered certain race.
Blood got no blood like blood type.
Bloodline.
So what blood? But a genome is inside of the rungs of DNA.
Yeah, they ain't give a fuck about no genome. They just like you got
And
nigga
that's
blood in you.
but
You a nigga.
inside that is where you get your single nucleotide polymorphism.
Yeah, they didn't care about that. That
To
didn't
where,
determine race.
but
They,
that's
But
they,
how are
where
they
we determine.
judging whether you have nigga blood in you?
Right.
no, they're not judging the blood. I mean, it's in you because it come from a certain bloodline. So they like, nigga, you
Like I
You
African,
said,
know,
bro,
I
you
think
African,
so.
you
nigga
you just
black,
can't be
died.
nigga can't
you
be more
European.
proud to sound dumb as
If you,
hell.
hey, I mean,
This
just
nigga
saying the
just
But
sentence
we
don't
straight
make
gotta
it
think. We
said
sense.
gotta
they didn't
remember.
give a fuck.
You're
Hold
just
on,
saying
hold
the
on, hold on.
sentence.
Go ahead.
Let's
Go ahead.
sit
Go
with
ahead. Go
that.
ahead.
Let's
Go ahead.
sit with that. Let's sit with
Sit
that.
with that.
This nigga just said in a conversation where he's saying race determines genetics.
No, I didn't.
No,
So what
this
is this?
I said
What is
race
where did
is
it
built
start
off
from?
genetics.
race? Okay, in the conversation where he's saying
Yeah,
race is built off genetics, right?
yeah.
Genetics we know to be scientific, right?
Cool.
That's what we know that to be to understand the
Is race
genes that make
scientific?
the genes that make no, it's not
Okay.
right. So
That's like social
I'm
shit,
explaining that
class
Cool.
system.
genes
Shit.
explain like our makeup, who we are, right? We
Hmm.
can see that. That's quantifiable. When he's saying that, the ridiculous statement that he's making, he turns around and says they didn't give a fuck about genetics when they said
I didn't
race.
say
You
genetic.
got black blood
I
in
said
you.
polymorph. I said the exact scientific things that he taught. I didn't say they didn't care about
Okay,
genetics.
they didn't care about the science of genetics.
No, them little bitty
Before
chromosomes or
he
whatever
just
he was
said
naming.
he used the phrase if you got black blood in you.
African.
It's the stupidity, bro. Like it's and like you
You
embrace it
missed the
and you
part
comfortable
when you
with it.
prove something. You
It's a
went from
ridiculous
explaining what I said
statement,
to
bro.
an
Like it's
insult.
a ridiculous,
You missed the part where you
bro. It's a
explain.
ridiculous. You can't. You missed the part. You don't see. You contradicted yourself, nigga.
That's a statement you're making. It doesn't
No,
prove nothing. It just swayed
no.
people who want to
You it's
believe that to
you
believe that.
don't have the sense to
Once you said that they
recognize you
can't go
contradicting
off by the
yourself, bro.
blood,
I didn't say
That's what
they
like
it
they
couldn't get
is.
all go off by the blood.
That's what
Who
it
said
is.
yeah,
that?
You don't have
I
the
asked you
sense.
What you
It's
say?
I
not
asked you
there, bro.
yeah, because once I asked you like what about them, how are they determined? What about their blood are they determining people as black or white? And then you said, well, they don't determine it by the blood.
Yeah, they
So
not testing the blood. I mean, the blood carries certain
to
genetics.
find out if you had
So
So if
nigga
how is
your
blood,
ass
that?
got
that's
that
So
blood
how
that's
is
in,
that genetic? If they not even testing the blood, how is it then genetic?
Oh, you want to know how to test it to see? Oh, okay, we get
Niggas
into
is dumb,
we get
bro.
no, you
into
ain't gotta test it and
we
see.
getting into autosomal DNA and microwave
that ain't
technology and stuff.
science.
Yeah,
But
you
how do
gotta
you know
Race
then?
ain't science.
So
We
you
talking
could
about
test
race.
so
it.
hold
Race
on,
ain't
You gotta
science
pull
though.
the genomes out the
So it's
blood,
cool to
Suave.
put a science card, but it's not absolute in this conversation because we talking about race, which is
Well,
not
you gotta pull the
science.
genomes
Nigga,
out
that's
of the
the whole.
blood.
Oh, this nigga, bro,
What's the whole
what
point?
part
I
what
can't.
what 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 part of the blood like okay, so
You gotta pull the gene.
if
Go
the
ahead.
blood what part does the blood play into determining if somebody has nigga blood or not?
Your genes determine your makeup, right? So it determines your blood type. Your blood type carries that race.
I
That
think we
it
should.
like if you got this blood, you got these genes, your ass this.
I
If you
think we
got
should.
European genes, European blood, you white. You got African
What?
genes, African blood,
What's the
your ass
blood?
black.
How do they know if you got this blood?
From your family, from how you look, from where you come
Okay, there we
from,
go.
from how what
There we
from
go.
multiple things. There's multiple things that you consider.
So, so okay, so Idris Elba, he comes
Mhm.
from Europe.
Mhm.
How will we determine if he has nigga blood?
Where his family come from, how he looks, things like that.
Okay,
Wait,
so
what's the question?
he
How
says
can
I
you figure
would.
out if he got black blood in him?
Oh, you gotta take a DNA test.
Yeah. I mean, there you
That's
go.
it. Yeah, you gotta take a
There's an
DNA
app
test.
for that. Leave it to the young nigga. Yeah, but yeah, they can see who your
What is
But
family, where
even
your
niggas is
family come
what?
I
from.
Hold
think
on, answer
even
the
in that
question.
though, it
What
would
is
be no
black blood,
black
Kenny?
blood.
What is
Black
black
blood.
blood?
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
He's
we
gonna
was
have to
the
And
take.
same.
He's gonna have to take a
the
DNA test, and it's gonna
Like,
tell him what.
think
black
about the
blood is the
foundation of
blood
this
It's
that
not gonna
comes
conversation.
from
say black
Africa.
blood. It's not gonna
Black
say
blood is
black.
the blood that comes
Let
from
me
Africa.
let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Is black blood a scientific term?
No,
Is it a genetic term?
Hell no.
it's a loose genetic term. Yeah,
Is it a genetic term?
yeah,
What
It
the
is.
black
yes.
blood?
In the conversation of
Use the
genetics,
term. Hold on. They use the term
Black
black blood to
blood.
talk about
we
genetics.
we're using it now to talk about genetics. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm making the
No.
point that
No.
you're using it
Uh,
erroneously. The
We're
foundation is
using it
fallacious.
erroneously, but we're using it. If
See,
that's the truth. But the
that's
thing
my
is,
point. You're patting
black
yourself on the
blood,
back for being stupid, bro.
that's
You
cool. That's
have to
cool.
stop
I
doing
expect that
that
from
shit.
you. No, I don't. You just
You,
have to get used to it.
bro. I mean, well,
Or
that's what I'm saying. Like,
if
forget,
you
bro.
are
Like,
descendant
I'm
of an
talking
African, that's black blood,
older than
right?
me, bro.
If
So I can't.
you're descended from an
I can't.
African, they give you
I
and the
just
white man
expect
needed
better,
a
bro.
blood
This shit is
transplant,
ridiculous.
they gonna say that's black blood, blood from a black man. So
But we're talking about genetic terms.
I'm talking.
So
No,
if
we're
you're if
talking
you're if
about
so if
genetics.
we're
We
if
were
we're
not
within
talking
the if we
about genetic terms.
yes
We were
we
talking about genetics.
are.
You're
Yes we
using
are.
genetic terms, and we're using
Race
things that
does
aren't
not speak
officially
to
in the
no,
genetic
you're saying we, it's you,
book.
bro. You're
No, it's
saying
all
we,
of us.
it's you.
wait a second. Wait a second.
You're the one who
Listen,
really
suave,
good.
suave,
He said so. Hold
suave,
on,
Everybody else
suave.
is saying suave. Those terms are not correct to talk
bro.
about
Okay,
genetics.
do you understand what I'm saying though?
Wait a second. Are you
Because ain't
saying?
none of
Again,
y'all
you're
geneticists
patting
or
yourself on
science.
the
So
back
why
for
you
being
think you
stupid,
smart? Because
bro.
you
Yo,
using
hold on,
words
hold
that
on.
scientists use, like it upgrades you and stuff.
You're
No, you don't
patting
understand.
yourself on the back for being
I'm not
stupid,
patting
bro.
myself on the
Hold
black.
on.
Stop.
On the back, I
Hold,
said black blood. You said
hold
You're
on.
what
pat
is
like
black blood?
listen
I
to yourself.
explained to you. You
Y'all
should be
not
able to
scientists.
understand that and
We're
move on with the
speaking.
conversation.
The whole the like the premise of this entire conversation is built on whether or not race is genetic. You were making the
Yes,
argument from the beginning that it
race
is,
is built off
and
genetics. Yes.
okay, but over the course of this conversation, you said it's not, and over the
No,
course of this
no, I did
conversation, you
not.
said
No, I did not. I said
oh,
it does
bro.
not determine race, and race does not determine genetics.
What
But
determines
race,
race?
but
What determines race?
What don't determine race?
race is built
Hold
off genetics.
Race is
It,
built off genetics.
on.
You
it's
sound
built.
dumb, bro.
People created race and
Oh my
said these
god,
people
bro.
this gene pool is this. These people this gene pool is this.
Again, this is
That's what I'm
patting yourself
saying.
on the back for being
No,
stupid.
it's not. It's making a statement that you never fucking ever come back with some information. You
They
just insult me.
they
No,
I mean,
I've
like your
already.
conversation can
they
stop.
First
I
of all,
get what you're saying.
I've
uh,
already had a whole debate on this.
That's
I've already
cool.
won a
That doesn't
debate on
matter
this.
to me right now.
No,
That's cool.
I know it
You
doesn't.
think that needs to
I know
matter?
it doesn't. But bro, you literally just said like where is what I like what me proving this? I've already proved it. I've
Who
already
said?
laid out the information. I've
Who
already
said
done it
you? I said you did not coming back at me with information. You just going straight to insults. I
because
don't care
I've
what you prove.
already
No,
proved
okay,
it.
okay, fine. Well, I'll catch the debate in the conversation.
I've
Thank you.
already proved it.
Okay, well, I'll
But
catch the debate. I'll
but
go watch the
but
debate.
even in terms of there's nothing that you were saying that literally deserves a response outside of what you've already been given.
That's cool too. I accept that. I'm just saying, but if that's pretty much the gist
if you're not gonna like go back and forth or provide information, if every response is just gonna be an insult,
let me ask something.
saying.
I mean, but bro, like all you keep doing is like when you prove
That's
it
cool.
wrong, you just repeat the
You're
erroneous
not
statement
proving me
again.
wrong. You go
Yes, I
straight to
did.
info.
I
That's what I'm
already
saying.
proved
You're
it.
not. You proved me wrong in the debate
Proved it
already.
I proved it in this conversation.
Where?
Bro, when I explained that genetically race was proven to not function when they showed that you could be genetically closer to a white person than another black person. This means that the role that race plays and how we understand who we are is actually insignificant on a genetic level because the significance that we place on it does not exist.
Good point.
Cool. Can a white man be
Genetically.
black? Can a white man be black?
This is,
There's no white
bro,
or black.
bro, those are bro, in a society
I feel like
where
I'm not
people,
getting the answer. I'm gonna get something explained to me I didn't ask for.
Yes, a white man can't be black.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Bet. That's our debate. Season 5.
I'm not debating you on that stupid shit.
Can the
Nigga.
white man get
Fucking
can
dumb,
the white
bro.
man be black? Are y'all okay
Fucking
with that?
dumb, bro.
That
This
would
nigga is stupid.
erroneous. That would
And he's
I think
listen,
you missed it.
like listen,
I think
I don't know, Blue. This
Hey,
is
Blue, can the white man be black,
this is
bro?
exactly my point. This is
Hey,
exactly my
Blue, can the
point.
white man be
He
black?
pats himself on the back for being the
Wow,
dumbest
man,
person in
get
the
off my
room.
back, bro. I haven't patted me on the back. Blue,
He's patting
There,
can the
himself
white
on the
man
there,
be
back
black?
for being the dumbest person in the room.
there is
He
no
asked the
race.
dumbest
There is
question.
no race scheme. Can the white man be black?
Yep.
KOT, can the white? Congratulations. Can the white man be black?
According to law classification, overseas they doing it already.
Where white people are black?
Not by
He's
skin
dumb.
tone, but by classification, they can consider themselves black. A woman did it a few years back overseas.
He's dumb.
A
KOT
The
woman
question
speaking.
a
is,
few years
who
back
are white
KOT
people?
speaking.
He's
a
dumb.
white woman determined herself black
KOT
based
cooking.
off what?
He's dumb.
Hold on, I'm saying, but
She
who
had
are white people?
like 4% or 12% African in her, so she was able to use that.
So
Where
it
is
was
they
her
family?
genes. So it was her African genes.
See now,
Yeah,
and
she
now
was
he's talking about genes. This is the stupidity.
So
Now he's
was it her
talking about
African
genes
genes?
and
But
talking
she
about
was, hold
blackness.
on, don't damn, we
Now
get
he's
it. I'm
talking about
stupid.
genes when talking about blackness. This is the
KOT,
stupidity, bro.
KOT.
This is the
Was it her
stupidity. He
genetic?
went from being
Wow, man,
he went from
this
being
is crazy.
explained. He went from being
Can I talk to
explained
KOT right quick, man?
how
Can I talk
race
to
isn't
KOT right
genetic.
quick? Hey, Domo, I'm trying to talk to KOT
Ask
right
these
quick.
dumbass
We was in the
questions,
middle.
bro.
All
You
right,
can't
bet.
run the KOT, my nigga. You
Well,
can't do that.
I'm not
You can't
running.
run
I'm
the KOT.
asking him a
You are.
question like I
You
ask
are.
everybody
You're running to KOT, bro.
KOT,
Like
wasn't her African
you're running
genetics
to
that allowed her
KOT
to
to
be
find some type of
determined under
footing
law to be
and
black?
to find some type of
I
ground.
was just throwing out a particular woman that
That's why you
that
do
was
this. Because
I
KOT
know,
wasn't even
but I was
KOT
just
wasn't even a part
asking.
of this
Was
conversation.
it her African?
You
He said
included
KOT
him
wasn't even
to
part of this
run to
conversation.
KOT
Hey,
to
KOT,
protect yourself, bro.
hey, KOT, he don't
That's
want
what
me
I'm
to talk
saying.
to you, bro.
This is the
He
stupidity
said
of
you
it,
ain't part of
dog.
the conversation, my nigga. Hey,
This is
so
the
was it her
stupidity of
African
it, bro.
genes that allow her to be declared black
That's what
under
I'm saying.
law? KOT?
He runs to
Look at
KOT
him.
to talk about African genes
Look
because
at him. What is
I just made
this?
the nigga look
What is
stupid.
this?
I
What is
just
this?
made the nigga look stupid.
You just made
So
okay.
he has
Bet.
to run to KOT
We
in
heard you
order
say
to
that.
talk
I had to
about
run to
quote
KOT because you
unquote
made me look stupid.
African genes.
I
He
get it.
had to run to
KOT,
KOT
was it
to
her
talk about
African
to
genes
use
that allow
terms
her to
like
be
African
determined
genes
black by law?
because even in the conversation,
Yeah, this is
it was
crazy.
already proven that this African that
Hey,
that,
Blue,
that
control your
genes
panel,
aren't
fam.
looked at like that, bro. Genes ain't looked at like that. So you think KOT gonna save you?
No,
You gonna
no.
think
I just
running to
want some
KOT?
clarification. I just
You
wanted some
think running to
clarification.
KOT
I
is
just
gonna
wanted some
protect you
clarification on the
from
story that he
sounding
was telling,
stupid as
sir.
fuck?
I
It's
just
not gonna
wanted some
happen like that, bro.
clarification on the story
It's
that
not
he
gonna
was
happen like
telling.
that,
No,
bro.
listen, nah, see, look,
Bro,
Yeah, you're
listen.
being a bully,
both
though,
y'all,
bro.
both y'all
Stupidity
got an
running
argument.
panels. Stupidity
Both
running
y'all
Hey,
panels
what
is
you say,
done.
correct on
KOT?
what you said.
Stupidity running panels is done. That shit is over
What you
with.
say, KOT?
I'm saying
Stupidity running panels is
both of y'all
offensive.
You
If you
heard
want to,
you,
if you
damn.
want to
Calm
talk to
your
KOT that bad, nigga,
down.
put it in the back
Hey,
chat.
bro, shut
If
the
you
fuck
want to
up.
talk
Let me
to,
talk
if you
to
want to
KOT,
talk to
my nigga.
KOT that bad,
Hey,
put it
shut
in the
the
back
fuck
chat,
up. I'm
nigga.
not talking to you no more. Shut the
If you
fuck
want to
up.
talk to KOT that bad, put it in the
was it
back
her
chat,
being? Hey,
nigga.
fam, shut
You
the
not
fuck up.
running to KOT, nigga.
Hey, bro, why
Stupidity
is you
ain't
doing
running
it? Why you
panels
trying to
no more,
escalate
nigga.
this? Why you can't just shut up and let me talk to him?
You not running the KOT. Stupidity is no
Why can't
longer
I
running
talk to
panels, bro.
KOT,
It
bro?
ain't
Can you
moving
shut
like
the
that
fuck
no
up,
more.
fam?
It ain't moving
For real,
like
you
that no
acting
more,
like a
nigga.
whole ass nigga, dog. Shut the
Bro,
fuck
it ain't
up.
moving. I said what I said, nigga.
KOT.
You shut the fuck up. You
Was it
not
her
running the
African
KOT
king?
in
Man,
a
damn, this
conversation
nigga
where I
on my
proved
dick,
that you
big,
stupid as
dog. This
fuck,
shit is
nigga.
crazy.
In a conversation
Okay,
that I
I had
proved that you
interaction with
stupid
you.
as fuck.
Shut
You
up.
not
I'm not
running to
talking to you no
nobody
more.
else, nigga.
I'm not
No
talking to you
pussy, I
no
can't
more.
shut up,
I'm not
nigga.
talking to you no more.
I can't shut up, nigga. It don't
So
work like
KOT,
that, nigga.
KOT,
You
can
don't.
I
You
talk to
ain't
you?
running the KOT.
You don't got no problem with him
You ain't running the
cutting off our
KOT.
conversation like this, KOT?
You ain't running the KOT.
Hey, KOT, man, who
To
is
try
this
to
dude to
protect.
you?
He can't
He a
save
tank
you,
member?
nigga.
Or you
KOT
dark
can't
side?
save you, nigga. It's done.
Is he a tank member?
It's
Is he?
done. That
Or is
shit
you dark
done,
side?
bro. Ain't nobody listening to that shit no more, nigga.
Listen
Ain't
to this
nobody
nigga
about to sit there and
panicking,
listen
dog.
to you run to that,
These
nigga.
niggas don't know
To
how
try
to
to
be
get off
normal
this
around me,
stupid
bro.
shit,
Why
nigga.
is you doing this, bro? Everybody
Fuck
was
is you
doing
talking
good.
about, nigga? Ain't nobody doing
Everybody
that
doing
stupid
good.
shit.
Somebody prove you
Ain't
wrong
nobody
on
doing
one
that
thing
stupid
and
shit.
you lose your
You didn't
mind.
prove that.
Calm
You're
down.
running to KOT.
No,
How did
I'm
you
not
prove
running
me
the KLT.
wrong?
I asked everybody.
You can't even
KLT
stay
gave
in
an
the
example.
conversation that you're
Man, I don't
having.
want to talk to you no
You
more. That's
couldn't
you
even stay
tricking
in
me
the
into talking to
conversation
you,
that
bro.
you having,
Man,
nigga.
shut
Fuck
up.
is you
Shut up.
talking about,
Shut
nigga?
up. Okay, I
You
want
ain't
to talk about
running the
something else.
KOT.
Hey, Scheme,
Period,
what you gonna
nigga.
debate me on?
Fuck
What
is
you
you
gonna
talking
debate
about?
me
Yeah,
on
talk
this
about
GP
something
thing?
else, nigga.
Hey,
The
Scheme,
genetic shit is done.
what we gonna debate on? What we gonna debate
Talk
on? Hey,
about that shit.
KLT, so you telling me it was her African genetics that allowed her to
See,
be considered black
think
as
you
a
can
law?
run? You think you can run back and forth? You think you can run back and forth?
Can you, he said false. That nigga ain't
You think
even
you can
talk
run
right.
back
That
and
nigga
forth?
got a country accent. Shut the
Like
fuck
for
up,
real?
bro.
You think you can run back and
Hey,
forth?
KLT,
Nah,
can you
nigga. Ain't
just
nobody
say
seeing
yeah or
that shit.
no real quick, KLT?
Ain't
Because
nobody
this nigga
seeing
been
that
hold,
shit,
dog.
bro. Ain't nobody seeing
Was it
that
the
shit.
African
If you want
genetics
to
that
talk to
allowed her
that
to be
nigga that
considered
bad,
black
put
as
it
a
in the
law?
back chat,
Can
nigga.
you yell it for me?
If you want to talk to that nigga that bad, put it in the back chat. Fuck is you talking about?
Can you yell it for me?
Fuck is you talking about? Put it in the back chat,
Yeah.
nigga.
No, I'm saying, is it
If
yeah?
it's that motherfucking shit, if you care that
Man, why
motherfucking
this
much,
nigga want
the
to talk
private
to
chat
me
is
so
right
bad,
there,
bro?
nigga. The
What is the
private
point
chat
of
is
this,
right there,
man?
nigga.
This how you live your life?
Fuck
This
is you
you?
mean?
This you?
Yeah,
This
yeah,
Domo?
yeah,
You mad about them trophies,
yeah.
fam? This deeper
Mad
than this
about what? The
conversation.
trophies that I already have?
No, you don't have them. I
The
have them.
trophies that I already
No,
have?
you don't have them.
Fuck are you
You didn't win
talking
no
about?
trophy. You didn't win no
The
trophies this year.
trophies that I already have? This
Talk
nigga
about
think
the
he can
trophies.
talk
No,
trophies
Taylor
with
give out new
me?
trophies every year.
This nigga think he can talk trophies with me?
I can. I got more than you.
Stop playing.
I got more
Like,
than you.
stop
You
playing.
stop
You can't
playing.
talk trophies with
How
me,
many
nigga.
trophies you
I
got?
did you a
How
favor
many
doing 7
trophies you got?
debates, nigga.
Let's talk
I
trophies.
did
How
you
many
a
trophies you got?
favor doing
How
7
many trophies
debates,
you
nigga.
got? KLT,
Fuck
ask
you
how many
mean?
trophies he got
You
since he
don't
want to
even
ignore my
know. You
question.
should be
You
thanking
want to
me,
talk to me,
nigga.
but not talk to
You
me.
don't even know. You should be thanking
Oh
me
man,
for
the
it.
nigga
You
just want
want
to
to talk
convince people of
trophies,
shit,
nigga.
bro. Ain't no facts behind this
People
shit.
already know.
He said this nigga think
People
he can
already
talk
know.
trophies
And
with
it,
me
it
and
don't
then
even
stop
need to be
talking
no
trophies.
poll, nigga.
You
If
know,
niggas need to raise their
you
hand
know how
about
many
who
trophies I got?
better at this
Hey,
shit, come
Domo, you
on,
know
bro.
how many trophies I got after I beat
Come
Lance
on, bro.
in the Pyramid Earth debate?
Come
You
on,
know how
bro.
many trophies I got?
You
More than
still not
you.
fucking with me. You still not fucking with me. What do you
Okay.
mean?
Hey,
What do you
hey.
mean?
If the
You
world
still not
grew,
even.
Yo,
Bro, the
Q, I
funny
gotta
thing about
keep
it,
it just debaters and judges. My fault, God.
the funny thing
Really
about
just
this shit,
debaters on the post
the
debate.
funny
man,
thing
bro,
about
you
this
don't
shit
hear
is
this man bullying me
even
down.
with you getting the MVP,
You like this
you
shit?
still like the fifth nigga, like in the like how people look at this shit. So you don't even want to go there, bro.
Yeah, that's all. That's really what you want to
Like
talk about, man. I just want to talk to KOT.
you
about
brought
this
it up,
shit,
nigga. You
about the
brought up
debate.
trophies, nigga.
Because I
I
wonder
told you,
why you
I killed you on the,
won't let
I
me
killed
talk
you
to
on the
KOT.
race conversation. I killed you on the
You
race
didn't kill me
conversation.
on the race
You ran the
conversation. You stopping
KOT.
the race
You
conversation
ran
from
the
happening
KOT.
because you died
Your
already.
favorite word, like your favorite
You
word,
died.
coward. You ran the KOT like a
White people
coward
can't be black.
because you couldn't have the conversation with me.
White
So you
people
thought you was
can't
gonna
be
run the
black.
KOT like a coward. And I'm pointing out how
Coward.
you
That's my
ran the
word. I
KOT
brought
like
that
a
over here,
coward.
like integrity.
Yeah, exactly. The shit that you don't use.
Y'all follow my style.
You
Nigga.
are a coward, nigga. Bro, yo, you ain't got no fucking style, nigga.
What?
Your
I don't
style
got
is
no style
desperate,
at
nigga.
all.
Yeah, your
Man.
style is desperate, nigga. That's
Wow,
your
that's
style.
crazy.
Yes,
All right,
nigga.
whatever.
Your
KOT,
style is
was it her
desperate.
G's?
What the fuck is you talking about? Do not run into that nigga. He can't save you,
man.
nigga.
Yeah, you put Yanga
He
up out of
can't
there. That's
save you,
crazy,
nigga.
man.
Yeah, congratulations,
Yeah.
KOT.
That one been wrong on 2 debates in a row. He thought
Congratulations,
Eddie
KOT.
thought, man, that's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
brother
Like,
Double.
you did your thing, bro. You did your thing. But KOT, you know how niggas try to run behind you.
Man,
Like,
I ain't
you know,
want
like,
to talk to you about me. That's
you know what they
crazy.
do.
That's
Yeah.
your friend. That's what this about.
Nah,
Go
it ain't
talk to
even
my
about. It
friend
ain't even
about
about
me.
friend. Niggas just ain't letting you do whole shit.
He talk to your friend.
Niggas just ain't letting
He
you
want
do
to
whole
talk to
shit.
you. He want to talk to you now. He
Can I,
want to run
can,
to
I,
you.
can I run? You
He
can
want
run.
to run to you
Yes,
now.
nigga. Niggas ain't doing whole shit, nigga.
They
What
do
you
all
talking
my
about?
life. You being a hoe right now.
Like you pat your back for being stupid,
I ain't
and
patting
then
my back once, bro.
instead of just dealing with the fact that you saying
I
stupid
dealt
shit,
with the fact, bro.
you run to another
I
nigga.
wanted to know everybody's
You
opinion. Okay,
run to
white people
another
be
nigga.
black because you said
Stop
yeah,
playing.
white people can be black. Scheme said white people can be black too.
You run to another nigga.
Blue said white and black
Like you
don't
ain't
exist.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like that's
And then
that shit is
KOT
weak.
brought some real information like he did in the debate tonight and said this what people was registering as a white woman registered as a black woman because of her African genes. Not because of culture. Not because she knew how to dance.
Bro, you
And
don't
she had
register
dread.
genes. You sound dumb, bro. Nigga
Man,
didn't
that's
even
what's
say
up.
that.
That's what's up.
That's what I'm saying. You just
You
keep
didn't.
sounding stupid, nigga.
You ain't got
You
no
don't
trophy.
register fucking
How did
genes, you
how did
dumbass
they
nigga.
test her genes exactly?
I
Like
don't
That's
know.
what I'm
how
KOT,
saying,
do
bro.
they
I was
know?
trying to talk to KOT about it, but
That's
Domo
what
was
I'm
being a
saying.
hoe.
Because it don't work like that, bro. He's trying to force it. He's like,
Go ahead and
you
try to
see how
ask him,
he just attached that
Blue.
conversation on
Ask
there.
KOT, Blue.
He just
Because he won't
attached
let
that
me
conversation on there.
he won't
KOT
let me
didn't
talk
say
to him.
they registered no fucking genes. They was talking about how people was
Ain't
registered,
nobody
like
say
how they
no
registered in the
registered no
fucking
gene. You're
census.
drunk, bro.
This nigga's stupid, bro.
I said they
What the fuck is
registered
you talking
her as
about,
a black person based off of her African genes.
bro? You know what you just said,
I
but you know you
know.
can't stand on it
I know
because you
what the fuck.
stupid.
He thought that
You
did
know you
something.
can't stand on it because you stupid.
Hey man, whatever it is, man.
Fuck is you
Somebody that was
talking
registered
about?
as white got registered as black by law because of her African genes. Is what I
It,
said.
do- but
You're
it don't
drunk.
even work. Shit don't even work like
Now
that,
you're
bro. You
now you're
dumb
just
as
gonna ignore the
hell.
fact you said I said registered
You
genes and then
dumb
just
as
move on to another
hell,
wrong
bro.
point.
But you've ignored your
Man,
stupidity
you
all
lose
fucking
ugly,
night,
bro. You
nigga.
just lose ugly. That's
Fuck
the
is you talking?
problem. You can't
You
take a
know,
loss, even
Swab.
in the
You
penalty.
don't know. Hold on.
No,
You said I
ain't no
can't take a loss.
hold on. You don't know how to take a
You said
loss
I can't
in the
take a loss.
conversation. No,
Swab. You said
no,
I can't take a loss. Have
no.
you
Now
ain't
you gotta
seen me
switch the
lose, nigga.
conversation. You
You ain't
cannot take a
seen me
loss.
lose,
You
nigga.
can
That's
yes, I have. Yes, I have.
you
Plenty
ain't
of
seen
time.
me
And you
lose,
do
nigga.
this. And
Fuck is you
everybody
talking
got to
about?
stand. Everybody got to sit here and wait on you to get
Fuck
off
is you
your
talking
little
about,
pedestal and
nigga?
shit.
What
Because
did
you
you
ain't gonna do
mean?
nothing but
You ain't seen
smack
me
your lips and
lose,
jump off
nigga.
the panel. Yeah,
You
I
ain't
have.
seen me lose,
Yes, I
nigga.
have. Yes, I have.
Oh, you right. You did
I
see
know
me
I'm
lose.
right. I'm right, and you wrong again. So
You did
shut
see me
up.
lose. You
You're
did see
wrong
me lose.
again. So shut up.
That's when you
So
sat
can
on
I
the
be the
panel
end
like a
of the
bitch ass
discussion since
nigga and
you
was
wrong
like,
again?
yes.
Since you
Aren't
wrong
y'all
again.
so glad that Damo
Since you
lost? You
wrong again.
are one of them
Now
type of hater ass niggas.
he taking my
You're
own
right.
loss bad
You're
again.
right.
Okay, then so
You're right.
far.
You are one
Man,
of
go
those
ahead,
types of niggas.
Scheme, man. Take over the flow,
You
man.
are one
This
of those
nigga,
types of niggas.
he being
Fuck
a
is you
fan
talking
right
about?
now, bro.
This shut up. Ain't shit to be a fan of, nigga.
That nigga
You
being a
weak.
fan right now, bro.
You
That nigga don't
weak.
want
Ain't
to.
shit to be a fan of, nigga.
That nigga like,
Fuck is you talking
we
about?
ain't cool. You gonna argue with me.
Yo, fuck you talking about, nigga?
But as long as I got your attention.
No, it ain't. Bro, your attention is
KOT,
insignificant.
was it her African genes?
I'm just not the type of nigga to tolerate stupidity as easy as other motherfuckers. I'ma tell you being stupid. That's why you used to being in places where you get pat on the back for being a dumb motherfucker. I'm not that nigga, bro.
Hey man, you
I'm
used
not
to
that
being
nigga.
patted on your back for being smart, my nigga.
I'm not.
You smart. Here's a
Like,
pat
listen,
on your
bro.
back.
Right. And that
Yeah.
hurts you, right? That hurts your feelings, right?
No, it doesn't take nothing
That
away
hurts
from
your
it.
feelings, right?
Why would it? You're getting
That
patted on
hurts.
the back for being
That hurts
smart.
your feelings, right?
Why would that? No,
That's what
it
I'm
hurts your
saying.
feelings that I get patted
Dumbass
on the
nigga.
back for being dumb, right?
No,
Yeah.
it don't hurt my feelings. Like
But what does it do? Because
wherever,
you brought it
listen,
up
where
a
they
few
pat,
times.
where
You
they
done
pat you on
said
the
that shit
back
like
for
6
being dumb.
times.
Yes, because you can go to
Oh,
where they
okay.
pat you on the back for being dumb, and that's
Oh,
okay.
okay. But you ain't
You
gonna
can go
do it.
there, but
But you
this
not
ain't
gonna
it.
do it.
It ain't here though.
Huh?
It ain't here though.
It ain't here.
It ain't saying right here.
Where it's here?
Where niggas is
Where
gonna
the
tell
fuck
you
is
stop.
here, no more?
Where niggas is gonna tell you stop patting
Okay,
yourself
so
on the
like I
back
said,
for
but
sounding like
they
a
ain't gonna tell
stupid
you to
fuck,
stop being a
nigga.
hoe and shut the fuck up
Fuck
and
is you
let niggas
talking
talk.
about, nigga?
They
Fuck
that
is you talking
real,
about?
but they gonna
Clearly,
but they gonna let
clearly,
you act like a hoe and not tell you, damn, Domo, why the
clearly,
fuck is you doing this, bro? Let the nigga talk
clearly,
about it.
clearly,
Clearly. Okay,
clearly.
then. So
Yeah,
shit, that motherfucker might as well be
yeah.
patting niggas on the back for being dumb.
No, because
Yeah.
it's not the same
It's,
thing. You
it's
stupid
worser.
fuck.
It's worser.
You stupid
It's
fuck. No,
worser.
no,
It's
no.
worser. At least
Niggas just
niggas is
ain't
not,
dealing with that shit, bro. Niggas just really
bro.
not trying
Niggas
to
don't
hear
know
that
what you personally
bullshit.
talking about, bro.
Yeah, all right.
You act like we all had a conversation and we agreed to some
Yeah,
shit, nigga. You
yeah,
have
all
a
right.
personal motherfucking whatever you don't stance about the conversation. Other niggas
Yeah,
want
like
to
I
have a
said,
conversation. Blue had a
niggas,
question.
niggas
You
that,
know
like
that
I
Blue
said,
had a question? He
like I
said,
said,
how did
possibly,
they
I may
test
be,
the
listen, I
blood
may be
of
being
the
rude
white
to Blue.
woman?
I
And you
may
didn't
be being
say.
rude to Blue, and if I am, I apologize. But at the
You
same time, like
apologize.
I said, yeah,
You
I
apologize.
apologize. But like I said, shit, niggas ain't about to sit here and just
Man, you
not
not
say
ready,
shit
bro. You not
when you
ready,
patting
bro. You
yourself on
not
the back
ready, bro.
for
You're
sounding
not
like a
ready.
dumbass. What do you
You're
mean?
not ready.
I've been
You're
slapping
not
you
ready.
around since I've been here.
Man, you're not ready.
I've made you feel
Nah,
inferior
you
since
made
I've
some
been
shit.
here, nigga. Fuck
That's
is you
what's up.
talking about, nigga?
You made anybody else? Just me?
I didn't say I made you. You sound dumb as fuck.
You made
I would never take responsibility for this.
you would never
That's not
take
something I would take
responsibility.
responsibility for.
You made Lance.
I don't know
You
who we
made
have to
Lance. You
blame.
brought Lance in the league.
I don't know who we had to
You
blame for
brought
you.
Lance in the league.
I ain't bring that nigga either. Somebody else introduced that nigga and brought that nigga
Hey, he
around.
running from that shit now. He like, nah, nigga, I ain't say that shit
I
no more. I ain't never gonna repeat that shit no more. I don't know where that nigga came from.
Nah, I brought.
That's crazy.
I encouraged. I ain't gonna lie. I encouraged Lance. I'll take that one. I'll take that on the chin.
Damn.
I'll take that
All
on the
right,
chin.
man. So you gonna let somebody else talk? All right, man.
Maybe. It
KLT was
depends. It depends. It depends, nigga. If we going back there, nope, it's right back up. Fuck it. If we going back
No,
there, it's
I
right
want
back
Blue to ask this question. You said, how did they determine? How did they
up.
determine? Blue asked shit.
Nah. I shut up. You can ask him your stupid question. I'll
Man,
shut
I
up.
don't even talk about that shit no more, bro. I feel like I won. You know what I'm saying? It's like beating a dead horse. Shit, I hope you make it past Madonna though,
But
because if you
but like I
prove
said,
that black
that's
people
what I mean.
were
I'm not
Native
surprised
Americans.
that you thought you won because like you typically pat yourself on the back.
Native Americans were called black before Africans, fam. Have fun. You try to make it past that argument.
That you think that's difficult?
Nah, I don't see it.
Oh,
I don't fucking see it.
you don't see me beating Madonna?
That's not what I just expressed. You said you don't think there's.
I was making sure I was a little bit on the line. Like,
No,
wait,
I
hold
don't.
on. What is he
I feel
saying?
like he lied to me again. Like we want to know what he gonna bring because he act like he got the Holy Grail, the Ark of the Covenant, but we know it don't exist. But for some reason, us being black and genetics, we hopeful. So you know what I'm saying? Maybe that nigga gonna bring a letter and say shit. Native Americans was black first, but no. I don't know what Madonna was thinking. I don't know why.
Madonna is bringing a book called The
What
Three
title was
Conquistadors.
that?
He said he bringing a book called The Three Conquistadors, and they call Native Americans black in that book.
In a book that was printed.
In the book called The
I
Three
mean,
Conquistadors.
I'm saying
So
in the bit
it
in
don't even
the
matter,
book that
bro.
was printed in the printing press.
I guess.
That was
I'm trying to
invented
figure out.
in.
Like, look,
Man, listen.
it don't even matter. Like,
Listen.
literally. Cause
Madonna.
never mind.
Cornbread.
I just gotta come in there. I just gotta go in there and not sound like a fucking dumbass, and I think I'll be alright.
Oh man,
It'll be
You'll
alright.
be
but
cool, kid.
goddamn,
Like,
he
just watch
sure
out
finna
for
be
Scheme on
entertaining, dog.
that next round. I think Scheme got your number with that Christianity shit.
Man, what we gonna debate Christianity? Let's talk about
Is
the benefits of Christianity.
is communion practicing cannibalism?
That's stupid.
Scheme said it does. He said
How
you
is
drinking the blood of
communion?
Christ and eating the
How
flesh
is
of the
communion?
man. You drinking the
That's what I'm
blood.
saying. If it was cannibalism, we would be actually eating fucking people.
You
Yeah, the
preparing him
question
to. When he
is
come
this
back, y'all
communion
gotta eat him.
is
That's in the Bible.
Hold on. So wait, you ain't saying that shit. You ain't saying that shit, are you?
Is it
Are you
symbolic to cannibalism?
What you asking me?
Is communion symbolic to cannibalism?
Symbolic.
Oh yeah, I used to
I'll
hear
take
about
you on
that.
that
I don't know.
debate. So
I think that comes from
You
Professor
believe
Walter
it's
Williams.
not?
If I'm
you said communion
uh,
is
It's
talking about
symbolic
the
to
synonymous,
Eucharist,
cannibalism.
is
being eating
symbolic.
flesh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Eat the
Nah.
man and drink the
Yeah,
man blood.
I think that I heard about
You that's what
the
it's
Greeks
symbolic
doing
for?
that, but I'm not
It's
Yeah.
sure.
symbolic for cannibalism.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
know. I don't know.
symbolic
I
of cannibalism.
researched that. I think I heard that from like Professor Walter Williams or something way back in the day. I don't
Man,
remember
you ain't
that
gotta research that shit. It said eat my flesh, drink
Nah,
my
I know.
blood.
You
If
know,
you
the
do that
Bible's
right
not
now,
literal, sir. Slow down. He could flip that shit on some symbolic shit and get allegorical. What the hell?
that's why I put symbolic in that.
Well, what? Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I have
So
to
you
see if the Greeks were doing that, practicing that.
If a person was a cannibal and they came to your church on first Sunday
I have
and
to
saw you
look
do
into
that,
that. I don't
they'd be
know.
like, "Oh shit, I'm in this motherfucker.
I wouldn't
This
take
is
that
my
debate,
flesh.
but I'll research it
Eat it."
before. If Blue know the Bible more than me, so that nigga could debate. If he say he debate something, shit. That's like he know what he talking about though, cause he know that shit more than
yeah,
me. So
if you'll keep the title
I said I gotta
symbolic
research it more. I heard about
for
it, but I
what you
don't.
call it, if I'm able to get past KOT, I'll take you on that.
Man, you know I'm
Is it
taking you to that black church.
symbolic for cannibalism?
Can black people afford the church? Can black it's something. I'll take your ass. I'll take you straight that
Shit,
pulpit,
black people
fam.
can't afford to. Can black people afford to buy themselves out of their predicament?
Yes. Yes, black people have enough money to change their predicament.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's do that.
Do black people have enough money to change their predicament?
Yes.
All right, let me look up
Wow.
predicament. That's
Well,
a
don't take that serious.
scientific genetic one.
Let's go with the
Listen.
condition. Let's go with condition.
Condition that
Pull it.
you're food.
Hold on. Who you got next though, Blue?
I got
KOT.
KOT.
They want me to
That's
slip.
why I
They
said
want me
if
to
I make it
fall.
past KOT, if I make it past KOT, we might have to go there.
Bro,
They want me
don't
to slip.
debate
They
that
want me
nigga
to
on the
fall.
Bible, bro. Don't debate that nigga on the Bible.
Bro,
Tell
Don't
who
Blue
do
you
that
want.
told
no
Who
me
you
more.
that
want to
nigga
see
is
go?
literally
Don't
Who you want to see
do
crazy.
win
that
that?
no more.
Who you want to see win between KOT and Blue?
I want to
Hey.
see, but that's what I'm saying. I want to see Blue. I want to see Blue perform better, man. And that nigga be getting caught
Bro, he
up in
about
that
to go
Bible shit.
nuts.
That nigga be getting caught
Let me
up in that
see.
Bible shit. And plus, man, I said KOT outside of the Bible is dope.
They
Shit.
want you to slip. They want you to fall.
Blue in the
Man,
Blue, that's his bag, bro. I ain't gonna cap,
that's what
bro.
I'm thinking though. I might get KOT outside. It depends if I can think of something. He kind of seemed a little on the MLK side. That's why that kind of threw me off. Let me
Well, yeah, that's
see.
where y'all friends. Blue, a MLK love ass nigga too.
No,
Yeah.
actually, dude. Yeah.
So like, might have to put MLK up against Jesus or something like that. I don't know, man.
You got to get KOT on something like time traveling. You got to take him somewhere that, like he don't know
Or
that weird.
Yakub, the big head scientist type shit.
He right there in the
Mm,
middle of that shit.
tell me this. Uh, hold on. There's a lot of ways I could go with this, right? Hold up.
This nigga.
Okay. I
Right.
want to go if white people are xenobots, but nah, let's do this.
Whoa.
Nah, don't go
Do
that
you
Whoa.
far.
Yeah, what's
believe?
up, Domo? Who you want to see with?
Man, listen, bro. I'm trying to.
KOT, let this nigga do the white people Xenobot shit.
I'm sorry, KOT.
He
I'm
want
sorry.
me to
I
slip.
want to see better for Blue though. I do want to see
Hey,
better for Blue.
I
That
won't
nigga,
even
Man,
see his
stop
comment.
that
You
shit,
gonna give it to
dad.
him now. Hey,
So,
I
so what you think about the Yaakov story?
like what details into the story?
Yakub was Abraham.
The
I
logical.
told
On my life, he interested as hell.
I told you.
Anything other than nothing is the wrong answer.
Let
You
me
said, what you
see.
mean exactly?
Shit, did
Did
Yakubu
y'all?
make white people in the laboratory, fam?
Yeah,
What the
That,
fuck?
no, that nigga
yeah.
said what details. Let's get into
Did
the
Yakubu make
specifics.
white people in the laboratory?
Or was it
Yakub,
Esau
that just
and Jacob?
Yakub was an interpretation of a broader story.
He one
Which
of them
is
niggas.
He
Where
want
did
us to,
where did that
It
story?
delves into the Anunnaki and the biblical
he
Bible.
want us to
That's what it
he
does.
want us to fall that.
I was about to say, where does that story derive from? And I knew the nigga was
So
Sumerian,
Yakub
right?
is based off the Anunnaki.
So hold on, Sumerian, right? KOT. That's what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
So Yakub is an Anunnaki.
By definition.
Did you say
By
by
definition,
definition?
what
Do you
Anunnaki
know?
mean by definition.
Yeah.
Where you at with
So
the
you
Anunnaki,
believe that
bro?
happened too, then? So yeah, I'm kind of with KOT on that.
Oh, you
Hey
didn't know he
KLT.
was
Hey
Anunnaki, pro
KLT.
Anunnaki?
KLT.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably
The
fall out that window with
hey,
it.
the Sumerians depicted I mean, yeah, depicted on the walls. Is those the Sumerians that you think those are the original, those are the Sumerians?
What?
Well, it's a different depiction of Sumerians on the wall.
The fat people that smack.
Nah, you got when they got off the boat, you got descendants of Shem, Ham, and Japhet, but there was other people that lived in
No, we
Sumeria
talking
also.
about
Man,
real
do the
people.
niggas with the wings exist?
Nah, not
He
them.
said
That's
they came out
The
Anunnaki. No, I
wings
ain't
and
talking
the
about the
wings and the
Anunnaki.
beards.
That's
No, that was
mythology.
the what Sumerian?
No,
Yeah, the
Yeah,
niggas
that's
the
with the
Sumerian.
yeah,
Sumerians that were
Sumerian.
depicted, the people.
No, you
It's
talking about the people? Yeah.
yeah. He's saying those are the Sumerians.
Those see.
Who is that? Who is
It's like
those
saying
group of
they're
people?
It's like saying they are the Americans. That's almost because there
Who
was
are the
different
so
groups
who
of
are
people that
those
lived in
group of people
Sumeria.
depicted in Sumer as this, like, who are those people?
Well, I got to see the picture of which
Nah, the
depiction because
fact
they
you don't. So
depict
you're
that.
talking about Anunnaki, but can't tell me the depiction of who worshipped them.
Oh, he talking like
You
True
haven't showed
Justice.
me
Man.
a picture.
That nigga turned up.
You know how many pictures they got?
Look, True
Pictures
Justice
No,
on the
came
I
on.
wall.
yeah. There's a consensus on who the Sumerians what the Sumerians look like and where we can go. You could pull up the Sumerians right now. Pull it up.
Hold on, let me get a scheme. Are you saying the Sumerians was black?
No, I'm saying they weren't. Those people that is depicted are the Gudins people. The Gudins.
All right, talking about
Whoa.
specifically the people on the wall.
Yeah, those aren't the Sumerians. The people
Mm.
that everybody's
I'm
running
He
saying
around
the
gonna
saying those are the
descendants
die.
of people who
Sumerians.
lived in
Those aren't the
Sumeria.
The
Sumerians.
They may be
Sumerians
under the
pictured on the
category
wall
of
is the
Sumeria.
Gudins.
Yeah, they're the Gudians people. The Gudians, something like that. I forget. I gotta look it up. I gotta get the right
You
word.
gonna
The
forget,
Gudians.
all right.
That's deep.
Nah, that's
That's
for
something.
real, bro.
What you think about that, Domo?
Man, I don't know nothing about that shit, nigga.
Nah, but Anunnaki's not real though. What's
I know.
KLT
Listen,
talk
I
about
know enough to
Anunnaki?
Yeah,
trigger
yeah,
niggas.
I don't know why you talking like they real though. I mean, you cool though.
What is Anunnaki? What does the Anunnaki talk about, KLT? What is
Is
that?
the story real?
Yeah, it's a real story. It's like Peter Pan, a real story, but
No, I'm
it's not
asking.
historical. It's not like
No, no. I
it's not
mean,
true.
like that. Is
Yes,
that the
it's
shit that
real.
they was
Yes, it's
talking
No, the
historical.
about?
Anunnaki didn't exist. Well, there was no reptilian people.
No, I'm saying, is
The
that
Anunnaki
story
is
the
a
way that
different.
they say that they describe it, creating the people? Is that a real ancient story?
Yeah, they created people. They didn't create us though. That's the difference. But they created their own people.
Yeah, wow. So, damn. So you take the Bible
It was
literal, and you
was
take
a
the
scientist.
mythology from the Sumerians literal. What else you taking literal?
Well, the people who put these stores said that they were little stores. They didn't call it mythology. The white man did.
Man, that's
Nah.
crazy.
You getting confused with like deeper meaning. Like we don't do that to you. Well, I do. Well, the only
Are
reason
black
why I
people
beat
aliens?
the only reason why I beat
What
up on
the
the Bible.
fuck? What is an alien, man?
Extraterrestrial? Are we foreign to this planet?
Everybody's extraterrestrial.
Nah.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Man,
Blue saying white people different.
Okay,
Blue,
Nah.
yeah,
you
they
White
could be
people.
different, but they
White people are from
y'all
Earth.
familiar.
Blue, you don't want to have no normal debate, nigga. Like just some rational black
Because
people
we
shit,
really
nigga.
want to see a better you, bro. Tell that nigga you good, fam. Yeah,
Like,
that nigga act like he'll see your growth. That nigga love Anunnaki. Shit. Nigga,
Saying,
that
bro.
shit. Nigga, let
I
her
think black people are the
Anunnaki.
Anunnaki. Who you saying the Anunnaki is?
Oh, I got one. KOT, how old is the Earth? Watch this.
Man, he asked a crazy question.
He
How old the
finna
Earth is?
die. How old is the
I
Earth?
don't know
You
the
say
age
you don't
of the Earth
know?
by heart.
Oh
I don't know
damn.
nothing
Hey,
back to
Jared,
age of the Earth.
one of the judges was in the chat.
Yeah, Jared
Yeah.
was.
I was acting like an asshole.
I mean, that's good though. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad he saw it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see it in the debate if you keep me too. You gonna see that shit
I gotta go to work.
interrogation round,
Yeah.
I gotta
nigga.
go to work in a few
That ain't
hours, so
gonna
I gotta get ready to jump off.
All right, man, go ahead, man.
I'll tell you, man,
I get back on
congratulations.
tomorrow or whenever.
We'll
Yeah,
see.
good
Thank you.
All
shit,
good.
KOT.
Appreciate you.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
you.
brother King.
Yeah, man. We'll probably do that and discuss a topic. Get something
Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
He
Don't
don't
let
want to
them try to
tell
take
how
you
Definitely,
away
old
from
the
the
Earth
topic you
is.
want, man.
He think
Don't
the
let them
Earth
put you away from
6,000
the topic
years
you
old.
want.
Nah, I ain't gonna let him go out like that, KOT.
He think the Earth 6,000
Your
years
homie,
old.
your homie wouldn't let you go out like that, bro. You know that. Nigga be like, hey,
I might have to get you on that Holy Spirit though. That's a real option on the table.
Yeah, it's only one Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
Everybody know
Yeah,
that.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
You got to
that's
go
gonna
to
be
a whole
that's
nother
gonna be
book
quite the
to get another Holy
yeah.
Spirit.
It's only one. I think that one
You
right
better make
there.
sure you stay
That you
according
might
to
get
the
enough.
Bible, my nigga, because that nigga go to the motherfucking Vera Vegitas on your ass.
Man, I'm
I
kicking
did
all of
Tell you
that.
everything.
I'm kicking all of that. You better not.
6,000 year
Kicking
on
all of
Earth.
that.
But I like to say peace and blessing to the family though. I got to get ready to jump off.
All right,
All
Black
all right,
good,
Power,
God.
man.
congratulations, big dog.
Congratulations again, man.
Definitely, man. Congrats.
Brother Squad. Peace to all
For
the
sure.
queens in the chat.
They
Peace
want
and
me to
blessings, family.
slip. They want me to fall.
Shalom. We gotta drop a track,
Definitely.
everybody. You know.
All right, Black.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. We're definitely gonna do something. Appreciate that, guy.
Scheming Blue. I
Peace, family.
mean, Blue. I mean, Scheming Domo. Because True Justice gone on that multiverse shit. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
That nigga better try to prove a
You gonna
multiverse.
debate the multiverse in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's
He said
definitely
what?
a regular season debate. He dumb as hell.
I mean, like this ain't the playoffs. I know the first round you can fuck up,
This
but
ain't the
the
one for sure.
playoffs ain't really where you start trying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing how far you can stretch and shit.
That nigga finna say
Like
this ain't
nah, bro. This when you go back to what the fuck you know.
the multiverse.
Yeah, I told you Justice debate something about the Bible. He ain't want to, so I was like, fuck it.
Turned his back on the Bible and died on some
That's
string
on
theory
him, bro.
shit.
He on string theory. That's weird. I was like, why would you? I said, why don't you just take the Bible, bro? I was like, fuck
That
it. I
nigga
was like, I'll
got
do string.
reference Avengers on your ass.
Yeah, it's
Bro.
like my
Cause they
nigga,
be trying to like run
you got a
from it
much
so
better
hard.
chance proving some Jesus shit than you got
Nah,
proving the
Yeah.
multiverse, big dog.
It
Go
was
for what you
weird. It was
know.
weird coming from him. I didn't know he so it was like astute on
he was thinking hard as hell. Like, I'm not gonna even go to the Bible.
That
Oh,
nigga need to like, bro, that's something that you test out in the regular season, my
that's
nigga.
what
See
you
if you can
told
get over
me.
130 or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a playoffs, my nigga.
yeah, bro. I don't know,
And
man. I don't know.
you
That's
gotta
weird.
so he gotta prove the multiverse and you gotta prove the universe.
Yeah, I
Man,
just
Nah,
gotta,
the
yeah.
universe right here, man.
I just gotta prove that string theory. I just gotta disprove string theory.
All you gotta do is prove universe. You ain't even gotta man, fuck that nigga, man. That nigga didn't show shit. That nigga said that nigga spoke from his heart.
Debunking string theory will be that's all. That's really it. Like he said he's just rolling with string theory. That's it. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, nah.
It's
I
That's
mean,
really
I
it.
all
always expect something with that nigga. He wicked as hell in the heart. I'm just gonna tell you, that's a wicked ass
There's a
nigga.
question in the chat. Somebody asked, was T Duck AOI?
man, stop highlighting that bullshit. For real, man. Y'all be in the transganistic now, man, bro. You on bullshit.
Where is that?
They been said that shit. You going back
I
for
ain't-
it.
I just seen it.
I don't
I ain't
even
about
be reading the chat, bro. I just be highlighting.
are the ones that said, "Yay, Suave."
I can't keep up,
Bro.
man. They be going too fast for me sometimes. Like, shit, I try to get everybody, but that shit's difficult. Shout out to you.
Yeah, you got to beat up on. You got to beat up on Suave when it's a chat full of niggas that hate that
First of all, I can't get beat up.
nigga.
I'm unbeatable.
You died though, bro, on the genetic
Man,
racism, bro. You
bro, I'm
you
gonna
He a
let
you
you have
zombie,
that.
bro. This
Don't
weekend at
don't don't
Burger
and it
ride,
Man.
was
don't ride off of it,
and
Dumbo. I'm gonna get back into
and
it. We had a
really
warm up.
I asked the question and you died by suicide. Like it was ugly.
That's
I
crazy,
was
bro.
like, ooh. No,
Yeah.
seriously, your explanation literally separated genes from race
That's what I'm
in
saying. I was
your
actually
explanation.
done until you said that shit. That shit
Yeah,
got
that's
me
how I
off
know
my.
y'all trying to
That,
get back
Listen to the
into it bad as hell.
conversation.
That's how I know I was.
It's like shit.
Bro, you know
Hey,
what's crazy? All I was trying to figure out was Suave, was you trying to say because the genes are
look,
that are inside of your DNA, which is inside of can be inside of be found in blood if they come from a particular like if they if like are you that's what you're trying to correlate like because it's in the blood.
man, listen, man. Is blood genetic, bro? Like, can you
No,
tell your
no,
genes from your
genes
blood?
are in DNA, which are in wrapped up in chromosomes.
I'm saying, can you tell your genetics by
That's
your blood?
inside of blood, and you could be found inside of your
So you
saliva.
ignore my question and just
Huh?
give
What
me
are
a
you
free
asking me?
lecture. I
What are you
said,
asking? I'm teaching.
can you find your genes from your blood? Can you determine your genetics from your blood?
Yeah, genes can be are
All right.
found
So is
inside
blood
DNA, which is
genetic? So
inside
is
of
blood
blood.
genetic? So is blood genetic?
Wait, no, genes are inside of DNA, which is inside of blood.
Yeah. So is blood genetic?
What does that mean? Like, what
Is
are
it
you?
genetics? And is blood in the conversation of
Nah, that
genetics?
doesn't make sense because genes are in blood.
Okay, so blood is a genetic conversation, right?
But yeah, DNA is
If
in
we're
blood and
having
genes
it,
are
if
in.
we
Wait,
okay, so
I don't,
based off those genes that's in that in that blood,
I don't know,
is how
bro.
racist
No,
we are.
genetics is dealing with what type of blood.
I
Yeah, like,
understand. Okay, so is blood
Mm.
genetics? Is blood the conversation of genetics, Blue?
Blood? No,
Blood.
it's not.
What the fuck?
No, it's the gene.
yeah,
Man,
like
so blood.
genes are found inside the DNA, which is inside of can be
Nigga,
found
is
in blood
blood
and
genetic?
saliva.
Blood is genetics, right?
Bro,
Okay.
you gotta think this is all found in saliva. Genes are in saliva, sir. Slow
Yeah.
down.
So saliva is genetics.
Yeah, so why you keep stuck in with blood?
Because nobody will admit that, yes,
No,
blood is genetics.
What the fuck?
no,
That's not
genes
genes are
are
in blood. Genes.
genetics.
No shit, it's
So
blood genetics. You just said saliva is
that's like some
genetics.
like a
It's
that's like some
saliva
like
genetics.
oxymoron shit. I don't
It's
know.
saliva genetics.
Yeah,
The
so
question
genes are in
is
saliva.
where is the connection to race?
Yeah,
because
that's
That's the
where it's all
question.
started. Cause
because
genes
based
are
off
in saliva.
because based off your blood and your genes creating coming from your family or location, phenotype,
They're not
nigga,
testing.
that's how they
Wait,
categorize your ass in
I
the
don't
race.
think no. They're extracting the DNA from the
What?
blood, from the
Bro,
saliva,
if you
not
say that
the
shit
blood,
again and not
not the
answer my
saliva. They're
question,
not
blood is
suave,
genetics. We
suave,
passed
suave.
that part.
Hold on. You're interrupting because
I'm
they're not
interrupting.
test suave. Slow down. They're not
I'm drinking this
testing
shit.
the blood. They're extracting the DNA from inside the blood. So when you say
Who
blood,
said
blood,
that?
I'm like, hold on. It's not the blood. It's not the saliva. It's the gene inside of it
When
that
was race
matters.
invented? What year
Stop.
was race invented? Y'all know this. I don't. When was it
I
invented?
can't say nothing else after that. So
The race, as we understand it, was codified in the Western thought in 1758.
Okay,
Carl
bet. Was they taking
Linnaeus.
blood tests in and seeing genetics
No,
and all that?
no.
So
No.
that's what I mean by that don't got nothing to do with it. But if your ass was from a certain place,
fuck
family, or
blood.
phenotype
Let me
shit,
say
that's
something.
what they determine race.
No.
So white people are these,
Because
black people are
because now
these
you
people.
have
Those
to
things are determined by
but
your race, by your blood.
but so how did they determine that the Native Americans that to classify certain Native Americans as black?
Probably off of their hit family lineage or something like that. Probably off
Nah,
their family lineage. I don't know if
No, bro.
because I didn't see a
This is
blanket
what I'm
of the
saying. It
Indians
you
was
talking
over
about the
here
based
law? You
black.
off
talking about
of
the laws
looker
over here?
shit.
You talking about the
Yeah.
laws over here,
Yeah,
Blue? Yeah, when they
yeah,
caught when they was referring to Indians as blacks and Negroes to
yeah.
maintain they to make sure that they wasn't allowed to do shit like own land and you know what I'm saying.
Damn, that's
Yeah,
enough
it's
game
probably
as
like a
well.
family lineage. Who the fuck they
No,
was?
bro, it didn't have nothing to do with family lineage. It didn't have nothing to
It
do with
didn't.
Africans, but
It just
they
I didn't
wanted
say
they
Africans.
what no that's the point I'm making is that they
They
wanted to treat
classified.
Indians the way that they treated enslaved Africans.
Oh,
So
so
when
they misappropriately declared them black.
they called them black, yeah.
Oh yeah, but they weren't black.
Do you agree?
No,
No, I'm
But
just asking, but they weren't black.
Do
But
you
they tried
agree?
to classify them as black to take
they
over.
not like their cultural heritage wasn't black. No, their cultural heritage
Yeah.
didn't trace back to Africa.
Yeah.
No,
Which is genetics.
no, I just said cultural heritage, nigga.
Yeah. Would trace back to Africa.
that's not genetics.
African ain't genetics?
No,
Uh,
culture
not not
No,
necessarily.
and
Africa.
genetics.
Africa.
African is. I mean, we talking about like we talking about a continent and like Africa's unique in the sense that most people even when you break down continents like Europe,
Mm-hmm.
you still have like Italian, like we still pay significance to like Italian, to you know, British, that type of shit. But Africa, we talking about like a
But if
continent.
you was an African born in Italy, you was still black. They didn't say your ass was white because of your genetics.
Yeah, but if you was but that's the thing. If like you can be a white South African,
Yeah, but you can't be a white black.
but people would say that because somebody's South African, they black.
And someone will be wrong or ignorant or something. Or
So
both.
are there South African blacks
Yes.
and there's South African whites?
Yes.
So there are African blacks and African whites.
Yes.
What makes the African black African and the African white African?
Their lineage, their phenotype, and where they from, where they family from.
But yet they both still just call like, but they're both African though, right? That's what we're
South
saying.
Africa.
Where's South Africa?
South Africa.
Right.
Africa.
So that would mean that they would both be African.
I think they really specify South Africa. I'm not even gonna lie.
But if you are a South African, that means that you are a African.
I really don't think that's how that culture goes. Like
Wait.
there's
Is
a
South
specific between
Africa
African
in
and South Africa.
Africa?
Okay, but so you talking
That's
culture?
separate.
No, I was sticking with
Because you
genetics.
said you don't think how that
I
culture
think
goes.
the white
No,
people
bro, you
will
just
specify
said
something.
you don't think that's how the culture goes.
Yeah, I don't think that's how that culture go. That genetically, if you're from Europe and you're born in South Africa, you're South African, but you're not African. I think that's how that culture go, based on genetics. Could be wrong.
How that culture go based off genetics.
Yeah.
What part of the genetics determine the culture?
No, the culture determined. Oh, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
The fact that them people were not from like sub-Saharan African or they lineage didn't go back to Africa, it came from outside of Africa. They call themselves South Africans. It's like,
but South Africa is
it's
in
the
Africa.
same thing as like Native American and American. Like someone would call themselves American, but then someone would specify, no, I'm not Native American, I'm American. It was like, I'm not African, I'm South African. There's a specific.
No, it should be I'm not American, I'm Native American.
But you see how none of that has to, wait, but
It's
you're not talking
Western
about
Europe.
genes.
Yeah.
You're not
And
talking
when
about
they come
genes.
here, they're classified as African.
Who?
American
We're talking about
African
social. We're
Who?
talking about
White people when they come from South Africa over here, they what?
They're African American.
No, they not. Don't do that, bro.
Yes, they are.
Are they, bro? No, they not, bro. No, they not.
Yes, they
They
are, bro.
white.
Second
They are
generation,
white.
bro.
They white, bro.
They are African
They
American.
white, bro. They not African. They not South Africans that come to America. White South Africans that come to America are not called African Americans, bro.
The
And
African Americans.
no more. Can you clarify this instead of being quiet? This is one of them times I need to, just be right.
I
You
don't
want to
know.
debate that?
I don't know. I don't know about that with the blue.
Oh, no.
But that's what I mean. Like it could, cause like the reason why I even kind of like brought like kind of posed that fucking paradox is because a long time ago, that's how a white person tried to catch me up on race. Nigga tried to be like, well,
Yeah.
they're from South Africa. This means they're African, right?
South African, right?
Like,
Yeah.
no, motherfucker, it don't, nigga. It don't. It don't. But do you see how we have the conversation about who's
Oh
South
man.
African and who's African and who's not African, who's South
Mhm.
African and who's not African, without talking about genetics at all?
Yeah, cool. I didn't say that couldn't happen. I didn't say you couldn't have a conversation based off race, culture. Be
Yeah.
like, well, what's your blood type? Yeah,
Because really once you go into people, who people are is gonna be based on the culture that they practice, and so that's gonna
and
determine.
genetics. You not finna
Nah,
practice a culture and then just get declared that culture, bro. I mean
no,
that
you're
race.
not.
You're not just gonna practice a culture and
So
get
there
declared
is
that
no
race.
race.
That's what
That's what I'm saying.
old girl
There's
Dolezal
no.
tried to do. Rachel Dolezal.
But see, that's the difference between. But that's the
Was
thing. Like,
Rachel Dolezal black even though she practiced the culture? No, she was white.
nah. But
No, there is no black though. Like
Ain't no
that.
black now. Blue.
like,
Blue. Ain't no black blue.
I'm saying like you're saying like genetically there's a race. That's what I'm
like,
saying. There's no genetic black or white.
I'm saying I agree with you. Do you hear that? Genetic does not determine your race. Race is built off of genetics though. If you
what
have
part?
certain
But that's what I keep asking. What part of genetics? What?
your genes, the only genetics you got. If you have
This
African
shit.
genes, you're black. If
I'm
your
saying
ass,
once
if
you
your ass,
say genes, bro.
yeah.
Bro,
If
that's
you
what I'm
got if
saying.
you got genes that trace back to
But you
Africa.
know, but that's what. Okay, so do you fuck with the out of Africa theory?
No, I do not believe that the out of Africa theory is true in its completion. I believe people.
Not in its. But do you think that the original man
No,
came from Africa? Where do you
no,
think the original people came from?
Antarctica.
Jesus.
Wait. Because I'm saying that people came from every major river on the planet.
I
What do
wouldn't
you?
argue against that. I did, but I'm conflating two arguments. I think man started the multiple points across the world. Before the out of Africa thing happened, I think people were global, but I think that Africa was frozen and people were more in Antarctica, and then something happened to Antarctica and the majority of the Earth, and then people saw refuge in Africa, and that's where you get the
But
mutation, and that's where people start history off at.
I
bro,
would debate you on if it was the
science.
Americas or Antarctica
Hold on,
and the
y'all.
bottleneck theory.
Both of y'all niggas is wild.
What's wrong?
The so so like all humans on Earth have very few genetic distinctions.
Few.
The most pronounced distinction is like the phenotypes, like skin tone and shit. But that makes up like a small fraction of our entire genetic makeup, right? Like just the most pronounced thing that we see, like all the physical characteristics are like that makes up the smallest amount of like
I,
our genes as a whole.
okay, I'm gonna say that's not true. Go.
Oh my god! But you don't. How do you know that's not true?
Because people, what did your genes determine? Right, what you look like.
No, don't ask a
Uh,
question.
no.
How do
I'm
you
answering
know?
it too. It was a hypothetical. I'm answering it. What you look like, what you act like, right, habits and shit. But they don't base your race off your habits and what you think like.
So that's a great analytic. I'm asking you
Hey,
what scientific proof do you have that that's not true? Not based on your own logic and analysis, but what scientific proof exists that says that that the majority of our genetic makeup it makes up our
No,
uh
I didn't say the majority of it. You
I'm
said that
saying I'm saying that it may,
a very small minute, it makes up a very small minute factor.
of our no, I didn't say factor. I said it makes up it talk about what makes up our genetic code. The coding for our phenotype and all that other shit
Uh,
is a small percentage of our entire genetic code.
of what your genetic does, your genes do,
No, our genetic code.
your
The
genetic code.
code.
Okay.
Yeah. Or are you saying you disagree with that statement?
No, because I don't understand it now.
Okay, okay. That's cool. That's cool. I appreciate that honesty. I really do.
Definitely,
He
definitely.
ain't don't want no smoke. That nigga don't bump heads at all. Youngster. The nigga said, man started in Antarctica. The nigga said, hold on, what?
Yeah, yeah, don't let that nigga get away with that shit, King.
Bro, what he
Nigga
say?
That
smile.
nigga said man started in Antarctica.
Yeah, he wish. Talk that Eskimo shit. That's that Native American bullshit.
It's
Don't call it
Eskimos in
bullshit.
Antarctica. Ain't no Eskimos in Antarctica. That's fucked up. You're racist as shit.
Or whatever the fuck. Mm.
Ain't no
You the one said you said black people was natives.
was what?
You said black people was Indians.
Did I say that?
Yeah.
No, I did not. Somebody, I think Domo asked me what made them call Indians black.
Nah, I'm talking about like that's a statement you made.
Ain't no proof of that. You making that up, bro.
Alright.
But Don said that shit.
You was coattailing.
She got me fucked up. And Don need to get the fuck out y'all league. He the last remnant. That nigga said cornbread. And our grandma's introduced it to the white man.
Yep,
I want
same
to jump through
shit.
my fucking computer.
Same shit I heard him say on another panel. He said it to me. I was like, damn, you dumb.
I think Avo used a cornbread bar only in our battle, if I'm mistaken.
Oh no,
He said
I
corn.
think he did have a
who
cornbread
me?
bar. Avo. I
Oh shit! I was about to say I said something about cornbread too. Though. I forgot. I don't
think
even
you
remember.
said something about cornbread. You did. Okay, it may have been you that said something
It was
about
something. It was
cornbread.
like Madden. It was like Madden. Think it's a game. And that's how I started.
Yeah,
I forgot
that
about
shit
that.
was wild.
Don't get sent home on the multiverse shit.
That shit easy, bro. I'm over here playing the game, bro.
Yeah,
Come on, bro. Shit, it's easy, bro. It's true justice. What the fuck?
That's what's up, man. You gonna break if you get put out.
Nah, bro. What the hell? That's like when I said, bro, I'm gonna cut my dreads if Blue get 30. That's
You gonna look
like
weird as
that's
shit.
easy. It's
You gonna look
easy.
weird as fuck if you cut your hair.
Nah, that shit is making bets that you know that ain't shit gonna happen.
yeah, that's what he did.
There you go.
That's what she wanted.
And nigga ain't cutting shit then.
Cause he
Well, that's
ain't get
crazy.
30.
Yeah, that's what he did. He ain't getting no 30.
Yeah.
2-1.
2-1 Blue.
I give him a
Yeah,
break.
KIT
I
said,
thought my first one was fire, but I'll give it to him.
Because arguably 3-0, but you know what I'm saying? But really,
Yeah,
because AP has some good shit, bro. So that's why you say fuck it 2-1. Like, AP
yeah,
has
I
some
give
good
him a
shit.
2-1. I give him a
Yeah,
2-1.
AP has some good shit, but like I said, bro, Blue was his pen was on a different level that night. So you know, it is what it
Yeah, I
is.
thought
It's a
that second
classic.
round was just too much. The
Yeah, that second.
massacres and shit.
That's why I said I had
And
to go
then,
back and for that third though. I had to go back because I was remember I'm sorry I even said that on the live like Blues third wasn't as good as his first and his two because I went back I was like shit I was
right.
lying I'm
I
like
thought,
nigga that third
I
was
thought, and
crazy.
to be honest, to me, my third, to me, I personally like my pen in my first round better. I just like some of the shit I said, but
That funeral shit was crazy.
yeah, that was like
That
one of my
niggas
favorite
sleep,
bars.
bro.
Like
They
that
don't really
shit.
understand. Like, and then you was on some like 1,000 cut shit. I think in the second or third round, it was crazy. Like you was just putting shit. You was layering shit on top of layers, bro. That shit was like Chilla Jones on crack.
That was
Hell
soft as that. I can't wait for the next one for real. That's what I'm waiting on.
Hell
Light
yeah,
'em
bro.
up.
I just talked to AP. I think that was today or yesterday. I can't remember. I think it was this morning. We was talking about the battle and shit. That nigga let me hear a snippet what he got for LV. I'm not gonna cap, bro. I ain't gonna cap. LV, he's not gonna be able to. I don't know, bro. I don't. This shit
It's
is
gonna be
hot, my
tough.
nigga. I ain't gonna cap. I
I
keep it
know.
100. That shit was nice. That shit was
I was
nice.
thinking like whoever he gotta see next. I said it before. And like LV got one coming, bro, because I think he gonna be I think
Nigga.
he gonna be this gonna be fire. I know
Nigga,
LV gonna be
hell
ready
yeah,
though.
bro. I think LV about to sit down, bro. He gonna have to sit down on this nigga. Cause this nigga AP, bro, from what I heard, bro, that shit could beat this nigga like 3-0. He could 3-0 LV, bro, with this shit I heard. I'm not gonna cap. Yeah, it's like that. And I'm like, damn, bro, that's how you ride. I say, yeah, you writing like me. I for real, I was like, you got some shit I'll say. Like, I'm okay. I'm like, damn, he chopped the fat from y'all's battle. That's all I could say. This nigga chopped the fat. I mean, chopped the fat, basically.
Yeah, he chopped the fat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trimmed it. He trimmed it up. That's all.
That's really what it was.
Yeah, he trimmed it. Cause I told him some shit in the battle, some shit was light and some shit was nice. Like like your first was nice, but your second and third, I said you start having some punches that wasn't landing like it was in your first, bro. That's what, and then you when you taught, it took away from your punches, the momentum, all that. But I don't know. Other than that, I was like, but you did have punches in there that was on the same level as the first. It was just mixed in. And then his third was short.
Yeah.
So then that's you know what I'm saying. Then it just you gotta factor in all that. But yeah, so it's
But
2-1.
yeah, I
But
think he gonna be ready this one. For real, for real. I mean
yeah,
he
but
was
this
ready for the
shit with
last one.
LV,
But
I
yeah,
ain't
I
gonna
think
cap,
this
bro.
one.
This nigga about to this
You
shit
know what
about to
it
be
feel
fire.
like now.
He gonna do him like Jay Vision gonna do you.
Please, nigga, you crazy? You heard him rap?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Hey, bro, come
Nigga
on,
B
bro.
said don't do that.
Like he's
Hey,
nice, bro, but like, come on, bro. I'm about to be on some like real, like, I don't know, bro. It's
Nah,
about to
but
be
nah,
different.
like I mean I haven't heard him in a minute, so I don't know. But I know the last time I heard him, because that's why we was going kind of back and forth on song, because that's what he do. Like if
Yeah,
you
he can
want to
rap,
battle him on the song,
but as
that
far as
should be
battle rap,
fine.
I don't know.
But but be prepared though too, because
Oh yeah,
he
he could
has
rap.
been
He could rap. He
and
just
he
can't
been around
punch.
too for a while.
Yeah, he could
I
rap.
mean,
He's good at scheming, but he just can't punch that good. But as far as him translating that into battle rap, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. He
what's
can't.
the
He don't.
last stuff that you seen from him though?
The shit him on like shit on the Vortex Battle Rap
Yeah,
League.
that's what I'm saying. That was a
He don't
while
have.
ago.
He said he didn't have nothing else after that.
But he been around like Rio the whole time.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Like,
Rio was bigging him up big time, bro. I ain't gonna cap. He was. He
yeah,
was. Rio was like this
that's
nigga's
what I'm
dumb nice.
saying.
Rio was told me. He said, bro, I ain't gonna cap. This nigga's dumb nice, blase skip. And then I spit for Rio and I spit for him, and they was like, damn, that shit was hard. It was like, all right, shit, we could set it up. I was like, all right, bet. So then that's how that shit. But like, as far as like, his pen, like he was spitting, it was good. And after he spit, I was like, all right, that shit was cool. And they was laughing. It was like, okay, it was cool. I was like, yeah. Then I spit my shit. It was like, that shit was fire. That shit, I fuck with that long. I was like, good looking. So then that's when it, you know what I'm saying, shit got set up. Feel me? So yeah.
Facts,
But
facts.
feel me, you know what I'm saying? It was just supposed to be a webcam thing, like over the web. That shit, I don't even know how that shit, that shit was surreal, honestly.
Summer making big moves.
Yeah, that shit was
That's
surreal. Shout out to Solar, bro. Shout out to Real. That shit was some
you the
crazy shit. I
future,
ain't gonna
bro.
cap.
I
But
can't
yeah,
wait to see,
bro.
you know, do
Then,
what you're
but
supposed to do, and you know.
yeah, bro. And then you know what I'm saying, you got Sir Drop, feel me? On the
Yeah,
11th coming up, feel me? I'm about to kill him because he could rap good too, just like Jay Viz. See the same thing. Both older cats, they rap good, but as far as in a battle rap format, they're not gonna be able to scheme and punch like me and have the same. Their pen's not gonna be on the same validity as mine. But that's the only difference. But it's going. They can all rap. Everybody can rap. It's all about how you gonna sound in a battle rap setting. Like, are your
facts.
schemes gonna be draw? Are they gonna be basic scheming? Like, are they gonna be predictable punches? Like, come on, like that matters. Like, you have to
Right.
be witty. You can't be taught wit.
That's
Speaking
what
of,
I get you with
y'all need to go check out that Whitney song too. She just dropped
Oh, Miss Witty
like
got some shit.
500 bars and running.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Oh shit, Miss
yeah,
Woody, shout out to Miss Woody in the motherfucking building, man.
yeah,
Shit, I gotta hear that shit.
yeah. That shit is crazy.
I've been
That shit
begging,
is crazy.
man. Me and Lex been like, spit that shit, bro. I wanna hear that. I'm like, she was like, she said,
Man,
I'm gonna get
go
around
check
to
that
it.
out.
Yeah.
That shit is wild. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm gonna go ahead though, man, and shut it down, man. It's a good note to go ahead and end it.
All right, man.
And
Yeah, I'm
get
gonna
into
get off here
fighting
too,
next,
man.
man.
True Justice and
Alright,
you
man.
hard. Watch out for KOT, bro.
Go to
And
sleep and
Rocky.
dream on that.
Or whatever, man. Oh, yeah, I'm finna go study
I'll puff on
for
a fat one.
I'm finna go
Pause.
study for Pyramid Earth, so
Yo,
big
no,
shout
my
out to
God,
y'all.
bro.
Yeah, man.
Season
Y'all
four.
one, man. Y'all hold it down. Peace.
Man, all right. Peace, man. Power to the dark side, Blue.
Power to the dark side, God.
Just know that everything behind me soon to pass away. Ballin' on our own island, no castaway. I was trying to learn the craft, I can't masquerade. Every time we make magic, yeah, gotta have the cake. They say the flowers in May spring from the showers in April. Burning sage by the pound, all over crystals is labeled. Try to line your read with meditation you able, and you might get a read. Tarot cards on the table, and she better have her altar in her living room. Barely ever lighting candles cause she in the mood. Not to mention love spells she was sending through. Jump a petition too old soon if you feeling blue. It feels strange to find a guide on a voyage. No, you ain't the same, I can feel it in your aura. Came on point like the horns of a Taurus. Say you won't change, better take that thing to oil. Have to think the constellations for the day they made you. Shit, ever since a minor, I've been playing major. Call me Private Ryan, I was trying to save you. See the stars is all the line and they designing greatness. So I be racing when we only chasing soul ties. You finna be the centerpiece of my soul tribe. No twin flame soulmates from an old life. So I'm thinking Maorisha and you know why.
That girl bad, that girl bad. You don't wanna feel a black girl, right? You don't wanna make a black girl mad, but they always want with the black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I see how it happened, this black girl. Magic. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I see how it happens, this black girl. Magic. And she gotta have a altar in the living room. Really, they be lighting candles cause she ain't a fool. Not to mention love spell, she was sending through. Jump petition to her soon if you feeling blue.
They say the flowers in May spring from the showers in April. Burning sage by the pound, all over crystals is labeled. Try to line your read with meditation you able, and you might get a read. Tarot cards on the table.
That girl bad, that girl bad. You don't wanna feel a black girl, right? You don't wanna make a black girl mad, but they always want with the black girl. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I see how it happened, this black girl. Magic. I ain't talking about no rabbit in a hat trick. I see how it happens, this black girl.